Well, it's been a quiet week here in Lake Scabagon, my hometown. This week, the Squids talk about upcoming Five Iron Frenzy and Aunt Betty's concerts. Listen to voicemail and are joined by Erin Brockway Collins. She tells stories of the Portland music scene in the 90s, booking shows, Tomfest, unusual concession items at a rock show, 20 questions game, and more.
Hey!
There it is.
Hey, guys!
Sup?
How are you?
Happy New Year.
I mean, the listeners won't know this, but I missed y'all. It's been a while.
It's been forever since I've been here, right?
Yeah, we were starting to wonder if you were just stepping on stones over there.
Right? Like I meant to look it up earlier of like how long it's been.
Check this out.
Oh.
Oh, buddy, you're back. You're
You know
back,
what that is?
pal.
You know
Welcome
what that
back.
Fully off the wagon.
Welcome back,
That's a
pal.
Blanton's bottle.
That's a
Welcome
Blanton's,
back,
buddy.
pal. Oh,
Guess what's in it?
Blanton's?
Blanton's.
Oh! You quizzed us on this before.
I won't tell the story again because I don't want to drag anybody through the mud. But I will just say that I used to have some Blantons and now I don't.
Never mind,
That's
I'll
right.
find someone like you.
But you can buy Old Crow for significantly cheaper and you can pour it into a Blanton's bottle. So that's what I have done.
And you can probably convince some people who don't know any better that it's
Yeah,
Blanton's.
Yeah.
It's Blanton's.
So let's see.
delicious.
Hang on. I need to find. Original sound for musicians is in the menu. Check
yep.
this.
Oh.
And
Rock did us.
Straight from the bottle.
Blanton's straight from the bottle. That's how I do.
Yes. There's the Blanton's STFB, but that's straight from the barrel. You got the
Wow.
straight from the bottle.
And
That's
people
right.
yelled at me for doing Petey Hutchie's Jug Band Christmas.
Who yelled?
they?
It wasn't us.
No, you were like, yeah, spitting on good bourbon. I'm like,
Turn me after him. Yeah.
So
I'll
happy
correct
Failure
them.
Puddle Friday, guys.
we did it. We
Hey-o.
made it.
Feels good to be back.
Yeah.
We're recording in January, which is why I have the aquarium-sized drink today.
That's enormous.
That's
Kevin,
a
are
good
you doing a dry January?
Well, I just failed.
No, you've got like a 32-ounce mug there.
Yes, I do.
Incredible.
Grand
Good job.
incredible.
That's a good
Given my
cup.
job,
yes.
dry January does not happen.
Yeah.
Right. You choose a different month if you're going to.
Right.
Very fair.
I just got a box in the mail full of magazines from Kevin. I mailed them to myself because I didn't have room for them in my luggage.
I was going to say, I didn't mail them
But
to you.
I made that up. No, you didn't. You handed them to me, and I was going to give you the bag back, but then the bag failed spectacularly the next
Oh,
day,
no.
so I wasn't able to give it back to you.
Oh, no.
The magazines are safe. I put them in a second bag, but anyways, yeah.
I just got
thank you.
a mailer of magazines too.
Ooh, what's this? What you got?
Yeah, what's in your package? Show us your
Welcome to our
package,
segment.
Pete. Come on.
Wink. That's only for the not even putting that out there.
One at a time,
gotta be
everybody will
really
show
lonely
each
for
other our
that.
packages.
Wow. Oh my word. We've started off the year right. All right, this is
Gotta
from
earn your
Michael
E rating.
Boyce. Michael Boyce sent this to me. He's in the old school Tooth and Nail or one of the Five Iron groups. I
Oh,
forget
yeah.
where it was, but
Thanks, Michael.
yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Michael. He put
On
up
behalf of Pete.
a bunch of pictures of some magazines he had.
I did
And he
see
was
that.
like- And he was like, who wants them? And I happened to be first. And
Because it would have been me if it weren't you.
oh yeah, I know.
You beat me to it. Good work.
I did, and I'm so glad because I grabbed this one right
There you
here.
Hey.
go. There you go.
Brock,
Seven
you
bucks.
now have that as well, because that was in the stack I gave you.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
That's in that
Look at that
stack.
Switchfoot ad.
I know.
on
I
the
was just
back of
going to
that
bring it up,
magazine.
guys, because this is
That's
Jars
incredible.
of Clay,
My favorite Switchfoot, too.
and boom, Switchfoot on the back. I just
Full
noticed
page
that.
Legend of Chin ad.
Yes,
My favorite Switchfoot.
That's a
Full
good
page
album.
glossy on the back glossy cover.
I'm so excited. So, Michael, thank you. Oh, here, Plant Guys in this one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And a
Brand
golfer.
incredible. I guess because of Five Iron Frenzy on the cover playing mini
A
golf.
golf course, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all the sounds.
Goodness. You still have original sound for musicians on, and that was a win.
I turned it on just for that.
Oh, that was
Hey,
beautiful.
Kevin.
Hey, what?
Did you see the latest Kickstarter update for the Aunt Betty's reissue?
I sure did.
Oh yeah, he was talking about it.
I
Did
think
you text
I
about it?
posted I texted about it and said, "Oh shit, now I got to get to California next month."
Oh, I missed that somehow.
And you know when it
Nice.
is? You know when it is? It's
The last day of February.
And you know when that is? In February.
February. It's like-
You know what else is happening that day, Jared? In
No.
February.
Valentine's Day?
Should I know? Is that when Five Iron Frenzy's playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Richmond?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I have a ticket on February 27th in
Oh,
Greensboro.
well. You should have
So-
one for the 28th because I think I'm coming down.
Did you say, is there like an Aunt Betty's tribute or like a remaining members concert or something?
Yeah, that is
Mhm.
correct.
Wow. Okay.
With Watashi Wa and the Rocky Valentines as the openers.
Oh,
Wow.
that's great.
How about that?
Yeah.
Very cool. Are you going to go, Kevin?
So I got to figure out if
Yeah.
I can pull it off. I'm going to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of those once in a lifetime kind of things.
It's a
Yeah,
2
yeah,
p.m.
100%.
show. That's perfect on a Saturday.
I love those.
That's amazing.
Wow. So you could get a night flight or just hang
It's
out.
true. You can
further.
go home afterwards. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You could do a red eye all the way back.
That's true. I could potentially fly out Friday night, land, go straight to the show, go to the show, fly home. Why not?
Yeah, you'd have plenty of time to get a flight back.
And meet up for 5 hours. You know what? Fly to Richmond.
That may be harder to pull off.
I don't. Yeah, you're right. I got to put these magazines
feel
down,
like-
guys. There's so much nostalgia.
You're gonna get
Yeah.
distracted.
You're going to be distracted. Exactly.
I'm putting them down. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate you.
Nice cork pop, Pete. That
Thank
sounded
you.
good.
It was only for the background. I didn't need to be
Right.
called attention.
Strictly background.
I think we've got
So-
some voicemails we should probably get to.
Oh shit!
Are there more than one? When I looked, I saw one.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Maybe it's just one.
Okay. I was just making sure
We
I'm not
did-
missing anything.
We did clear out a bunch a couple of weeks ago. So
Please
We
let it
did.
be. Please let it be the angry roofer. Same voicemail.
that
That was a fun episode.
was.
Go back and listen to episode 101.
101. Here it comes.
Remember your podcast.
Everywhere.
Hey guys, Caleb.
Hey.
Caleb the Spy.
Caleb.
Some people. I host a show called the Album Anniversary Podcast. It's 12:30 on Christmas. So Merry Christmas, first of all. I hope you guys
Oh.
get
Merry
a
Christmas.
voicemail in like February. I think you guys need to have a talk. You guys need to. This is gonna be long, so settle in. You guys need to have a talk.
Buckle up.
Oh no.
Okay.
Kevin's
Are
going to
we
be
in
on the
trouble?
show in
Canceled.
January. He hasn't been on the Album Anniversary Podcast yet. And he prepared for the show. And I was like, wow, that's cool. You're getting ready for the show. But you know what I realized is you guys have all been on my show and you've all prepared. Like you guys have done research and taken notes and gotten ready for the show. I think you guys need to quit living the lie amongst yourselves. You guys like preparing for shows and getting ready. So I just
Let's
felt
start today.
like somebody needed to say it. Somebody needed to get it out there. So you guys can all just be honest with each other. The Squids occasionally prepare for stuff. Okay. Merry Christmas, guys. See you in February.
Oh,
He's
Caleb.
right. He's right.
I can't believe he outed us like that.
I love that. And I didn't prepare. What are you talking about?
Giving away our secrets.
Yeah.
We fly by the seat of our pants.
I have only prepared for a podcast that is not our own. I'll tell you that.
I'll
I was
tell
going
you
to say,
that.
I prepare for other people's podcasts.
Absolutely.
I prepare because I'd never want to let Caleb down, and I always want to pass the audition. So
Right.
that's why I prepare.
Exactly. Same. Prepared for
I
the youth
prepared
group
'cause I-
podcast.
I knew I'd be one who would actually be talking. You know, I didn't have to worry
That's
about
right.
getting talked over.
What was that? Oh, dang! I missed it.
Yeah. Kevin, say something.
What?
Erin Brockway Collins, you are you've been around the scene in Portland for quite some time. You got to remind me, are you still in Portland or did you move?
I moved to Eastern Washington.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I'm in the Moses Lake area.
I have relatives in Ephrata and Wenatchee, and
Oh my
it's
gosh, crazy.
One of my favorite places. Yeah, it's just like the high desert. I used to go there growing up, and so I like
Oh, love
sagebrush
it.
a lot.
I love it. It's everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. But you've been involved with a lot of things, all things music related, and I think we started thinking about booking you around the same time that we brought Mikey in because Mikey was
Yeah.
doing his TomCon event, and so we wanted him to promo that.
Yes.
But that made me think, like, Aaron probably could tell us like as many stories as Mikey has about everything that happened in Portland in the '90s.
Well, I remember better than him, and I was his assistant for 7 years, and so um,
It's on the record.
yeah. And usually when we're at an event or we're all together remembering things, he'll look at me and I'll be like, "Nope, that was '89." Okay, that's what I thought. So when he was doing your podcast, I'm listening to it and like, why didn't you have me with you? Why didn't you? Or be
Well, that's
talking about,
part of why
you
you're here
know,
now is because there's plenty of other things to add and to share, right?
yeah, absolutely.
What did you grow up in Portland? Is that where you're from?
I was born and raised in Vancouver, Washington, just over the border.
The real Vancouver.
And yes, and my dad was in a Christian rock gospel band in '74.
Which one?
The Brothers in Hymn. Hold on.
Okay. You have it. Is this the one that you're about to
Nice.
re-release?
The one that's going to be released is the good album, which is Soul
Okay.
Liberty.
Okay.
Soul Liberty. Now, Soul Liberty, they think they had 8 tracks. They had 4 on this one.
Okay.
So I just
that's-
recently talked
Yeah.
to my dad.
And there's 6 guys, right?
Yes.
So that's like
Yes.
more guys than microphones.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fun talking to my dad lately about it, and he's remembering different things that just kind of fun to
Uh-huh.
recall all that stuff. And he was in a band with okay, I'm going on a tangent.
Do it.
But my dad was in a
Perfect.
band with a guy named Howard Wiley and also a guy named Rich Griffith. And about 1992 or 1991, I was doing a show with Elisha's Bones at the Corral, and this kid came up to me afterwards and said, "Hey, my name's Josh, and like your band's really cool." So I'm like, "Okay," he was like a little punk kid, and okay, that's fun. And so we visited for a while, and then that night we were all going to Denny's and said, "Hey, let's take Joshua with us." So took him with us, and then I said, "I can take you home. I'm from Vancouver," and he lived in Vancouver, so I go take him home, and he goes, "Come meet my mom." I'm like, "Okay," and so I go in and we're hanging out and everything. And all of a sudden she's like, "Are you Erin Brockway?" And I said, "Yes." And she goes, "Oh my gosh." And she pulls out a photo album. She's the sister of Howard Wiley, who played with my dad. And
Oh, wow.
the ex-wife of Rich Griffith, who was Joshua's dad.
Oh wow.
wow.
Incredible.
So my dad had
So you got like a whole
played-
musical family here.
It's crazy. And so
He's like your nephew musically.
no, it feels like that, but like
Yeah.
we reconnected in '92 and hadn't seen each other since '77, maybe when we were little kids. So I didn't
Wow.
remember him. I didn't know his name
Yeah.
or anything. And so from that moment on, we just became fast friends, and we're still friends to this day. We still did a little jam session a couple months ago, and Joshua Griffith he was in Tragedy Ann.
I was going
Okay.
to say, did he go on to play with other bands? But that
Yeah, he
Tragedy
was,
Ann, which Mikey was in.
Yes. And he went by the name Shorty Valentine. And so he's a bass player primarily, but he's great on anything. He was in the Deadlines.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
What else? Oh, he's going to kill me. He's been, he's like, I've been in better bands than that. I don't know.
But those
anyways,
are the ones that stick out. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And the deadlines were quite something. That was a really, you guys all know the deadlines, right?
Oh, I love the deadlines.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I've
they were
heard
kind of
of
like
them,
they started out as like a gothic horror punk sort of
Yep,
thing.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I
they
remember,
shapeshifted into another sort of punk. Yeah.
and I remember just being at the festival that year and going by on my golf cart and just seeing blood everywhere. I'm like, what are we doing?
What's happening?
This is the blood of Jesus. I don't know what's going on. But
Right.
yeah,
Right.
so
Presumably.
yeah, exactly. But he went on to work with Mikey and I and Todd with Tom Fest for a few years, and
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah. So we got to tag on a couple things there because you said, first of all, this was your band, right? You met him at the show you were performing in.
yes,
And what was your band called?
Elisha's Bones.
Okay. Is this is it out there? Is it on the Is it
It's
on
on
the
the
site?
Bandcamp. Uh-huh.
Okay, right.
Great.
And you also mentioned the Corral, which was a venue.
That's the happening place.
Yeah.
So the Corral was run by LD and Cecile. I can't remember their last name, but LD and Cecile. And Cecile really liked me. And so when something would happen, like, oh, so many things happened. One time they had to shut down the clergy and someone went over and yanked out Jim's cord out of the stinking wall or something. Like, I mean, things like that happened once in a while. Like, oh, the kids are getting too there. That's not very Christian. So we need to calm
Right.
everybody down.
Yeah.
This is the band The Clergy,
Yes. I'm
as
sorry.
opposed to all of the clergy everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was
Yeah,
possible to shut down this clergy, right?
the band. That's right.
Yeah.
And so things like that would happen, and she'd call me and be like, I don't know if we should have. I'm like, yes, you should still have them play. It was a misunderstanding. So I talk her off that ledge sometimes. But I haven't seen her, and I'm sure she passed away. Her and her husband were they seemed really old then. So just guessing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they ran a really cool club, and everybody played there. I mean, all Yum Yum, Sometimes Sunday, the Losers Club, Elisha's Bones. It was a bunch of bands before like 1995. 95 was a influx of a bunch of other bands that I didn't know, and now I'm very close to, like the guys in Pep Squad,
Yeah.
Motormouth, Pick It Down and Gifty kind of came around about the same time, and we did a lot of shows together. So that was fun. Yeah, but they're also on the website.
But it was a scene, and yeah, the website is it's the Corral at Spin Cycle.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on there.
We had the other club called the Spin Cycle, which Mikey put together with Ken and Deborah Lloyd. They came to town and we did the Bridge Church for a while. And it was just a big church of punks and their parents pretty much. And it was packed every week. It was great. And so we did that. And then we built the club in there. It was the coolest looking club I've ever seen. But yeah, that was the Spin Cycle Club, which was on 3rd downtown.
Right.
So,
I think I've been to the outside, but I don't think I ever went in. I think I was there maybe at the very end of the bridge, perhaps.
Yeah,
or something like
that could be. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was also, I was a fresh-faced kid. I wasn't very punk when I was younger. I'm not very punk now either. But I think at that point, I was probably afraid of whatever was happening and not sure that I belonged there, And that's different because it seems like it's probably the most accepting group of people that existed in Portland at the time. But yeah, I think it was something that I was wary of because I was fresh-faced and I listened to Michael W. Smith.
I understand that. I listened to a lot of Michael W. Smith.
You know how it goes.
Yes.
Yeah. But the Bandcamp site that you run is named after those venues, which were pretty seminal venues for the scene in Portland at the time, back in the 90s primarily. And you've done a great job of archiving all the history, including release dates, which, as you may know, I celebrate. So
I know you do.
You've been a resource for me. Thank you.
I need to give all the credit to Brad because Bradley Swanson, he was bass player in Pep Squad and Motormouth and also The Company, which was another band that we all did together.
Get down with the Boogie Machine.
Absolutely. That's such a great album. Oh, that album is my favorite thing I think I ever got to be a part of. It was my favorite time.
You were in the project, right? You were part of that.
Yeah, I'm any girl background vocal, it's me. About 99% of the time. So
there you go.
Yeah.
I think I finally got my CD copy of that this year.
Oh, good.
Because I'd had, like the songs from the samplers and stuff. I should have reached out, but I finally found one.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah, that was another I feel like I'm tangenting a little bit, so sorry about that.
Okay, you're in the right place.
Okay.
No, that's
encouraged. Yeah.
Okay. The Company recording was really cool. It was actually the first album, I believe, engineered by Craig Smith, who is actually Craig Alvin, who we know now as, Grammy Award winning. What the heck? He took off, and that was
right. He's like amazing. One of the biggest producers in Nashville now. But at one time, he was there in the scene in Portland, and he was the one who recorded Yum Yum Children when I recorded with them in 2002.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
was, he's a nice guy. I think he
Yeah.
was asking me to do things that I wasn't aware of how to do yet. And so,
Okay.
he taught me a lot in the studio, and he was very
Oh.
kind to me for a kid who didn't know too much.
He's
But yeah,
great.
he recorded that Sparkle project. And
Yeah. I like that album a lot. It's a good one.
yeah. Well,
I
he
had
was
no
also the
idea.
bassist for Yum Yum, if I'm not mistaken. I
Yes,
think
he was. He was for a
he had
while.
been on one of the records,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure Leon was paying him like in gear, if I'm not mistaken. He's like, "Here, I'll give you
Sure of it.
I'll give you the Rhodes piano if you'll record this record."
I'm sure of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do a lot of bartering around here. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nowadays, I mean, when I got married, he gave me, I'm giving you a day in the studio, blah, blah, blah. And so then a couple of years ago, I'm like, so I'm thinking of recording something.
I'm finally taking you up on it.
And he's probably like, yeah, right. Yeah,
It's like,
right.
well, now you're gonna have to come out to Nashville, and there's gonna be all these surcharges and fees and whatnot.
Yeah. And they moved to Alabama. So he's in,
Did they?
what's the big city in Alabama that's all about the music?
Muscle
Muscle
Shoals?
Shoals.
That's
Yeah.
where they live, in Muscle
Okay,
Shoals.
sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, and they have how I keep getting invited down because, well, I've known Sheridith, his wife, since I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
So I met Craig in high school, basically.
hmm
So they've been a part of my life for a long time.
Cool.
Yeah. And is that, I'm trying to remember, because Patrick from 5 O'Clock People
Yes.
was in Muscle Shoals. Was he working with Craig?
I don't know
Or
if
was
they
he
were
doing
working
something else? I
together
know
or
it's,
not.
it's a big enough city that they might not have been, but I wasn't
I
sure.
mean, I know they're great friends, and so
Yeah.
I'm sure they hang out. I'm not sure if they're doing stuff together or not, though. But
Okay.
yeah, I follow him a little bit too. Keep in
Right.
touch with Patrick. Yeah.
And speaking of 5 O'Clock People, you've got a couple of their earlier records, I think, on the site, if I'm not mistaken. Might have been the first
Yes.
place I'd ever heard that.
Oh wow.
And
I
actually, I
love them.
need to ask the other guys, 5 O'Clock People, how much exposure do you have to them?
I saw him at Houghton College out back in
You did?
2001, maybe. Yeah.
College
Okay.
rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were a college rock band for sure. I'm going to pull up my website real quick on my laptop. I grabbed that just in case we talked websites so that I can.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Perfect.
You know.
Multitask.
That's
Jared,
right.
Kevin, did you know 5 O'Clock People?
Just a little bit.
I know the name. I'm
Mhm.
trying to think if they played Soulfest, maybe.
I think they did one year. Yeah.
I wouldn't be
'Cause
surprised. They were. I always thought of them as like not casting any shade, but kind of like a low rent Jars of Clay.
Oh,
And they
but
weren't really.
way better
But-
vocals.
So, it was
Oh.
so
Well,
good.
and yeah, so they had a lot of really interesting qualities and characteristics, and
Yes.
and they've gone on to span to spawn a bunch of other things. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I
Great-
remember talking to
great
like
guys.
somebody. Please forgive me. I don't remember who, but it was somebody in that band back at Houghton, and they were like revolutionary to me, but controversial to some because they had swear in their lyric.
Oh,
Yes.
there you go.
And I went, oh, this is great. And then another
Which swear did they use?
I gotta look it up. But
Yeah, okay.
but I just remember being like, yes, and
Mhm.
my guy down the hall going, can you believe they swore in that song? I'm like, come on, man. That was
Threatens my
the
entire
re-
existence.
The way they used it though was
Mhm.
was why they swore. And he goes, oh, okay.
Kind of came around to it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, so it was intentional. I'm like, yeah.
I love it when artists, Christian artists from our scene anyway, when they would put out a song that was like, "Ooh, I know my parents are going to hate that, but I know that it's
Mhm.
truth at the same time." Like,
Right.
well, 5 O'Clock People, the song, and he keeps saying, "I don't want to be forgiven yet,"
Mm.
Oh yeah.
because he wants
yeah.
to stay and keep in his sin or whatever. That one hit me as a teen. I was like, "Wow, that's saying what every single person thinks." It was just, it was crazy. And then sometimes Sunday had the "slowly rape her with my eyes" line, which is biblical.
Right.
Right. Yep.
Mhm.
Right.
That was intense, and some people could not handle that. And it's like, it's in the
Mhm.
Bible, stupid. So whatever.
Yep. Check out that King James you've got. You'll be offended.
Yeah, exactly.
And making a note, it's in the Bible, stupid, for the episode title.
Yes.
Perfect.
There's
That's
the name
phenomenal.
there's the name of the episode. I got it.
Oh, and that's a good one. I love it.
Oh, that's
Incredible.
All right, I'm gonna stop looking up this lyric.
Well, when you find it, Pete, let me know which one it was.
I will later. Yeah.
Erin, what do you remember about the scene in general? Because obviously, so many shows, so many bands, so much going on. But like, if you get a bird's eye perspective, and you were involved in some of this, were you booking shows? Like, you were helping along with
Yeah,
some of the venue stuff. You were helping bring people in.
it was mostly, I didn't do any formal booking. I mean, I did booking for Tom Festival, but it wasn't like I was looking for the bands. They were calling us or whatever.
Sure.
And I'd be like, what spot do you want them in? And Mikey would have to approve it, of course. It wasn't like
Yep.
I booked them. But my first show that I ever did by myself was actually with Craig Alvin and Sheridith at Walnut Grove Church in 1992.
Mm.
It was a Valentine's Day concert kind of thing. And we had 6 bands. They were all local Vancouver, except for Kevin and Linda. Kevin Collins of Sometimes Sunday, Godspeed, Empty Tomb, and his wife had a duo acoustic thing called Spinning Still. And that's something else in Brad's. He's got a whole list of things he's putting up this year, and that's in there because it's a great little cassette. But anyway,
So there's
they
more
they
stuff that
performed.
hasn't been broadly released yet. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, in fact,
Still out there.
He has so much stuff right now. He got a whole bunch from some of the guys that were in the Deadlines and the Killaways, which was another. I don't know much about it, but I know I got a lot of guy friends in that band. But anyway, so he's going to put out their stuff. He has a whole list. And then just the other day he was like, "Oh, Leon gave me all this extra stuff for Live in Cairo." And I'm like, I didn't think Live in Cairo was complete, which is a Clergy album. I think it was actually recorded when they were still Fodder. And that was the first time I saw them under the band name
Change
Fodder.
names. Okay, gotcha. Because Clergy is what they were known as, like when they got broad distribution.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So the question I was going to ask was just from a high level perspective, how would you describe, what are some distinctives of what made the Portland indie scene what it was back then? Like, how did it feel? What did it seem like to you? Yeah.
What it felt like to me was kind of family. So we'd have a show, someone's sick, we just grab so-and-so from this band and they come play with us. It was a family atmosphere all the time. We could jump up on stage with our friends and sing along with it wasn't like I'm performing, stay off the stage. It was like, come, everyone's to sing along, come on up. It was so family oriented, and I loved every minute of it. I'm trying to think what else. Almost everybody smoked cigarettes. It was the weirdest thing.
Which was,
it was weird, but
fun, right? As a kid, it's definitely fun.
Oh, yeah.
I quit a long time ago, but I still miss it a lot. It was definitely, I feel like there was a certain, it was almost a shibboleth for, hey, you can trust me.
Right.
Because there were a lot of people in my experience who probably meant well, but were far too judgmental and weren't making space for people
100%.
who like to smoke cigarettes or whatever else, right?
Right.
And if you saw somebody from a Christian band smoking a cigarette, you probably knew, hey, I'm safe with them.
Right. Absolutely. And it's always been for me, I smoked for a long time before that, but it's always just a social thing. And I still, to this day, if I'm out somewhere and someone goes out for a cigarette, I will go out and have a cigarette. I don't know what it is. It's just that atmosphere. And I'm like, let's go. So it's one of those.
You're making space, making time.
Yeah.
There's like a natural connection.
Yeah.
Someone will probably give you one if you don't have one.
Absolutely. I always had menthol.
Most cigarette smokers are fairly generous, right? Like it's like,
Yes,
because they know what it's like to be without one, unless you're the one that never has one and you smoke
right.
all the time.
And I've recently,
that issue too.
my sister's a smoker, and I recently found out that they're $12.75 a pack now. What?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What?
Yep.
I paid 99 cents, you guys, for basics.
Yeah. It's
It
like
was
a gallon of gas when I was in high school. Yeah, exactly.
exactly. Yeah, and that's all we talk about is how cheap things used to be, and that used to drive me crazy
Right.
with my parents. But here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only former smoker, right? Because Kevin, Pete, Jared, none of you guys were like habitual cigarette smokers, right?
No.
You're all cleaner than
No.
I am. Yeah.
No.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
My dad used to tell a story about how he lit it at the wrong end and he never smoked a cigarette again.
Oh my
That-
gosh.
That'll do it. Yeah.
And that stayed in my brain because I
Yeah.
would be the one to do that. So
Right.
that's really why
Let's
I
freebase some
Right.
styrofoam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was the coolest thing really is that all of us smoked cigarettes. Nobody did drugs. Nobody got together and got wasted.
It's
We
just
just
like
get
AA,
together.
right? Like it's the same
Yeah.
thing. The only thing we're allowed is cigarettes, so we're gonna smoke a ton of them. Yeah,
Right. Not now that it's legal, but
right.
know,
Right.
just saying. I didn't say anything. Just
Yep.
kidding. I'm not really doing that. I don't care.
Remains to be seen. Yeah.
I'm a pro marijuana. It's fine, you guys. It's fine.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, I was taken aback by a lot of that. I grew up. The other thing, my dad was a pastor from the moment I was born, and so he had a few churches, and then we transferred. He was transferred over to Utah to be the pastor of a Baptist church, which is like, that's weird. And so we were like the only Baptist people in our neighborhood. No one came out on Sundays. Nobody. It was the weirdest thing. But he had a church there for a while, and then we came back to the Vancouver area, and he did some more preaching later on at Rivercrest Community Church and Fresh Faith Community Church. And so he's been a pastor my whole life, and he also has been the one to show the most grace in my life because he's been shown a lot of grace. And so he kind of taught me that. So I have a lot of friends of mine that people might go, oh, yep, I love that guy. I don't care what you think about that guy. You know, there are people that you just have that heart connection with. And it's because my dad taught me that kind of, I don't know, being open and accepting grace from people. So I like to be a grace breather.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And there's something to that, isn't there? Like I don't know. It's like no matter what you believe,
Right.
there is something attractive about someone who has space for other people.
Yeah.
And isn't boxing them out basically.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
That's wonderful.
Right. Yeah. I like that. Oh, I have a Tom Fest story.
Yes.
I was just going to ask about Tom Fest stuff.
And most people listening probably know what Tom Fest is, but for anybody who might not,
Okay.
can you give a brief synopsis of what Tom Fest was?
Tom Fest is, it was a festival that Mikey wanted to put together to have as many bands as possible. And he wanted to go to a festival where it was like, when this band ends, you got to run to the other stage because the next one's starting. And Mikey's always been in which he's taught me that.
No one goes long.
No, you're done. It's over.
You get shut down like the Clergy. Yeah.
Exactly. Just like the Clergy. We put together, I think the first year it was 40 bands or something. 40 bands, I believe it was.
But that's a lot, especially for a first year.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And Joshua Griffith he had $5,000, which was able to, I believe, rent the space or whatever. And so he donated some money to it, and they did it the first year in 95, and then I joined on the second year. But then in 1998, I think it was 98. So one of the things that happens at Tom Fest is when we show up on the grounds, the golf carts are delivered. And the first year, I think there were 2, but then by the time he had 4 of us, me, Todd, Joshua, and Mikey, we all needed golf carts. And so I'm sitting in the golf cart with Joshua having some dinner, and we parked right next to Mikey's golf cart because he said, I got to go deal with some stuff. Will you guys sit by my cart? Because you never know people. And like, yeah, sure.
People.
And so, yeah.
People in bands, they love driving
people
golf
in
carts,
bands.
especially when they're not allowed to.
Oh my gosh, it's the best. Were you that guy? I don't know who the guy was. So
I was probably
this is
too
what
straight-laced to
happened.
do that, but I wanted to.
But you can imagine what it would be like.
Yeah.
You can imagine.
This is yeah, it's fabulous.
Be a lot of fun.
So we're sitting in the golf cart, eating dinner, and all of a sudden this guy flies by the side of us, hops in the cart, and hits the gas pedal. And Joshua looks at me and he's like,
What are we going to do?
and floors it. So we're following this guy. It's probably 9 p.m., 10 p.m. And we're going through, he drives through the campgrounds, and it is so crowded. And all I have is a mag light. And so I'm holding the mag light at the front, just trying to hold on. And Joshua is tailing this guy and screaming at him to stop, to pull over, to stop it. And the guy finally stops. Joshua comes to a screeching halt, jumps from the golf cart, and I have to put the brake on. And this guy had already jumped out. He runs up to the guy, grabs him by the throat, and threw him up against the wall of the restrooms. What the hell are you doing? And the kid's, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, just goofing off. I'm so sorry. He's like, oh my gosh. Like it was one of the most fun. It was definitely the most fun moment I had at the festival.
Amazing.
And all
And you
those
said
years.
just a mag light, no headlights or anything. Just
No
like,
headlights. No,
you're
we
just
were.
seeing, yeah.
It's stupid. Like you, as an adult, you're like, you could have hit a kid. You could have run into a tent. You could have.
But you
It didn't
didn't.
matter back then. We're rock and roll. Yeah,
Right.
I did.
And a great commercial for Magnite. Man.
Yeah, for sure. Don't want to kill the campers? Here we go.
Maglite saves campers since
Yes.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Do you want to not run over? Try Maglite.
I don't know if it'd be that painful. I mean, whatever. I've had my foot run over by one before, or whatever. It's fine.
You're still here.
I'm still here. Yeah.
I don't have a foot, but I'm still here.
I don't. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's great. Good story.
It sounds
Good
like
story.
you had a lot of jobs at Tomfest, I'm guessing.
I did. I mostly, well, I was just the administrative assistant, dealt with paperwork, phone calls, making sure Mikey called everybody back, making sure the printing was going to go to the print guy, getting the prints from John Nissen, who did it. He's the MXPX designer guy.
Oh,
that's
that's
how
right.
everybody
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The guy who designed the Poking at You Punk.
Yes. He's incredible.
Yeah, I should try and find it. I have some artwork from him somewhere that I
It's
bought.
amazing. And a few years ago, he gave me a mug with the Pocanatcha guy on it. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, John and Debbie, another awesome couple from the scene. And we met the most amazing people doing these festivals and shows. And John did all of our Tom Fest, except for one, I think. You know, the T2 Tom and the
Yep.
every year it was a different logo. And that was John. So
And
pretty
it's
cool.
such a recognizable logo too. With the
Yes.
squirrel. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So John's pretty incredible.
As somebody who's out on the East Coast,
Yeah.
watching, seeing like the flyers in like HM Magazine and Seven Ball and stuff like that for Tom Fest, and just seeing the lineups every year,
Yes.
I was always like, oh, I wish I could get out there.
So
Never
exciting. In 98, we did 3 festivals. We did the Denver Tom and also a Texas Tom.
That's
I think-
right.
Yeah. And I didn't go to those because I had to stay back and forge checks for Mikey for his house bills and things like that. And so they were gone a while and I just stayed at the house and kept the machine going or whatever. But that summer they had gone to, it was the living room tour, which was Sapo, which is Todd Fadal's band,
Yep.
Mhm.
Pep Squad, and Tragedy Ann, and Honey. That's right, the band Honey.
Right.
Yeah, so they toured in 98 and I went on the tour I was there about 5 days. I had just got married. And when we got back from the honeymoon, it was time to go on tour. And so I was the kid watcher for most of the trip, watching Shade and Veronica, who are now in their 30s. What are we doing? I don't know how it happens, but my babies got grown up, but Mikey's daughters. And so I would be sleeping in the back while Mikey drove at night. And he would drive overnight because if something happened, he wouldn't want to hate the person driving at night.
Mm.
So
It's easier to hate oneself, I suppose.
yes. Yeah. And he's always been great at that. He'll tell anybody he's always been great at hating himself. And so I would sleep in the back with the 2 girls. And it was, I don't know if you've ever ridden in the back of an RV like that, or was it an RV? Yeah, it was an RV. And I'm laying in the back and every time there's a bump, you catch air and the kids would catch air and I'd have to put like
all that
2
leverage.
Yeah, 2 blankets over them because I'd have my arm over them. We're trying to sleep and they just go flying in the air.
Yeah.
But that was a really fun time too. Good time.
Well, I know, kind of going back to Tom Fest a little bit.
Yes.
We came out for Thunderfest.
Yeah.
And actually finally got to see some of these bands that, always played out at Tom
Yeah.
Fest.
Yes.
So getting to see like the Janitors and stuff like that.
Yes,
which was
absolutely.
awesome.
And their last show before that was 2006 at Stevenson Fairgrounds, and it was X Fest at the time.
Mhm.
And now they call it Firefest, I think. But
Yes.
it-
The other Firefest, right?
yeah. And so we played, it was Gifty. That was my band. Gifty, Sapo, the Janitors, and Pep Squad. All four of us came back for a reunion. It had been 10 years, I think,
Wow,
since
cool.
we did a show, something like that. It'd been a while. But it was really fun. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. But it was the same Tom location. That was a blast to have the Janitors, and they're such fun guys.
Yeah, we the band I was in played up through there in 2004, and so we ended up playing the year that it was not Tom Fest when
right
Carmen put it on.
Yes.
So I had actually met a couple of the guys from the Janitors at not Tom
cool.
Fest because they were doing the BPM. It was like Ben, Patricia, and Matt. Where they were doing just kind of the noise art type band. So that was pretty cool, like coming out to Thunderfest and getting to talk to them, and like I hadn't seen them in 22 years or
isn't it weird?
It'll
be 20 years and you're like, remember that? Oh yeah. I'm like,
wow.
We all look a little different, but we all we all just like, you see that person and your eyes just like, we have so much history together. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Yeah, it's been me and Bradley Swanson, Carmen, Zeandra. Yeah, and Caleb Olson. He did most of the videos and photography for like every show back in the early 90s and late 90s. And he did Boot to Head Records for a while.
That's right. That was his label. Yeah.
I was like, I know that name. Why do I know that name?
Yeah. When we get together, all we talk about is the past. I mean, we don't have anything new really to share. So it is like, and it drives lots of people crazy. And so like Bradley and I know, like, we got to just get alone and talk because people get so irritated when we're going on and on about it. But I love
or join our
nostalgia.
podcast.
Or join,
right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, he would have a lot of stories to tell. For sure.
Well, you'll have to bring him back at some point.
Yes.
We'll have to set this up.
I would love that. I would love that.
Kevin, what was your band called?
Mustard.
Oh, this is so weird, Kevin. Listen.
Oh, boy.
Elisha's Bones.
Yep.
Was a band for a while. And then we got a different bass player and the music was a little better. But we called ourselves Mustard.
Oh, no way.
And we played a show as Mustard at Taco King in Vancouver. They used to have, I don't know how many shows they had. I think it was only 2, but it feels like, remember those shows at Taco King?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes Sunday, Wide-Eyed Wonder, Mustard, that was me. I don't remember who else played, but we used to have shows there and I played under that name. And I remember seeing that somewhere. You mentioned Mustard. I was like, hey, who doesn't love mustard? Come on.
Carmen put it on. I wish we played
It's my
Taco
favorite.
King.
It's my favorite color. It was so cool. They had a big stage outside. Oh, speaking of stages like that, at the re-release of A New Hope, I believe A New Hope's the first one, right?
Yes.
I'm a girl, so I'm not sure. Okay. Okay.
That was amazing.
They had
actually it's volume 4.
Is it volume 4? Yeah, that's true. Technically, it's 4. Okay. So we had outside of the movie theater set up a giant stage, and Twin Sister played there for hours.
Oh, nice.
Twin Sister, the band that was basically, it was a funk rock band that the lyrics were just Star Wars quotes.
Yeah.
Yes. And they played out there. It was really warm, but they had their costumes on for about 5 minutes and then they started coming off. But they played out there for that opening, and it was so neat to get a whole bunch of people that never had heard it or whatever be a part of it. It was really cool. So that was a great time.
Ben, why didn't you tell me? Yeah.
It's funny because my son had never heard it. And the other day I was like, wait a minute. Get out here. I want you to hear this record. And so I put it on and he's like,
you got to hear this.
Like, oh my gosh. I go, here's the lyrics. And he just starts laughing because he was obsessed with Star Wars for years. So he thinks it's like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
You like me because I'm a scoundrel. There's not enough scoundrels in your life. Yep.
It's true. It's true. It's a great album. Great
I gotta
album.
revisit this album. I knew about it, but man, I don't remember it. That's awesome.
Well, and they were known,
it's
I
a good
think,
time.
briefly as Boba Fett, right, with the PH.
Yes.
There's
Oh,
the,
wow.
there's the
Awesome.
final edition.
Boba Fett was the original name, and then licensing and such.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And this picture was taken, I think, in 2019 of Todd.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
that's-
an old one.
Todd Fadal, right?
Yep.
Todd was
Yes.
just on the what's it called? The Why Should the Devil Have All the Good Music?
Oh,
He was a guest
really?
on that podcast that Andrew Gill produces with Leah Payne, and
Oh, how cool.
his interview was great. It was fun. He didn't delve too deeply into the Portland specific stuff, I don't think, but he did mention a lot of the things we've mentioned here already. And he's a great interview. I should probably reach out to him at some point.
That was in my mind too. I was thinking the last few days, like, who else do they need? They need Todd.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and Todd, I feel like Todd and I were so close to each other so many times, but he and I really didn't know each other, I don't think, when I lived in Portland. And so
Yeah.
I do remember, was it 06, 07 when Soul Junk was playing? And he was
Okay.
the accompanist, because it was basically, Glenn of Soul Junk solo with all of his guitar pedals.
Okay.
And then Todd playing piano.
Piano. Oh my gosh, he's great on piano.
Yeah, it was like a basement show at the Artist Area, which has long since been filled in, I think, by concrete foundations. But that was a place
Yeah.
where, indie bands would play. And so, Todd was playing piano as backup for Glenn, because I'm sure Todd had all of Glenn's stuff memorized. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, real talented
I'm sure
guy.
of it. Yes. I mean, he can. Yeah, he's one of those that can pick up any instrument. He's got it.
yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Just like Leon.
And then
Yeah,
I think
Leon, an instrument.
we went to Dots and got beers and fries and everything, and then we argued
We
about
always go to
theology for like
Dots.
2 or 3 hours.
Nice.
But yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't been to Dots since, well, it was after we would do a show at the Push. A group of us would leave and go over and hang out at Dots. And I think the last time I was there, it was with Ronnie and Jason Martin
Right.
and Todd. And
That bar seems like a place where the Martins would fit in perfectly. Like it's just
It
like
was-
their
it's a
vintage
great
era.
place.
Kevin and Pete, I didn't get a chance to take you to Dots. It was
know,
probably
now-
too far afield from the stuff. But
Next
I
next
time.
time you
would've
guys come to
gone.
town, we're gonna have to go to Dots,
Yep.
because it's storied and legend. Jared, you got to come too.
I need to come out.
So where do you all live? No, this isn't really part of it, but where do you guys
Oh,
live?
Yeah.
I'm in Rhode Island, in Providence.
Okay. Dang.
I'm on Cape Cod out here in Massachusetts.
Okay. I've always wanted to live there since I saw the movie
Oh,
Splash.
yeah.
I'm in North Carolina, south of Raleigh.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I live in Salem, which
Nice.
is not far from Portland now.
No, and not too far from where I am. I drive over to
So
Portland.
now it's not.
once a month or so.
So now it's not far from Portland, and it was before. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
It used to feel like a lot farther away, and now that I have to drive to Portland to see anybody I know, it's not that far.
Well,
all
the,
right.
the
Yes.
tectonic plates and whatnot. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. And turning 40. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
Oh, I love 40's good. 50's better. Which is
Yeah, I'm
weird,
looking
but
forward to it.
I never thought I'd say that, but I really like being 50 because you don't care anymore.
That's
You
good.
don't care.
That's good.
I look
Yeah,
forward to not
yeah.
caring soon.
yes.
I know it took me a long time. It might be easier for you. But now I don't care. And pretty much my life's an open book. So if you have any questions about anything, I mean, I got nothing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of not caring, did you have either any horrific stories with artists that you had to work with, bringing people through in bands, or were you ever starstruck? Did you have places where you were just like, I can't believe I'm talking to the Martin Brothers at Dots?
Okay. So my starstruck started in 91 when I went and saw, or maybe it was 90. I went and saw Fodder for the first time. And I didn't know anybody in the band. The only person I knew from the scene was Mikey. I met him in 89 or 90 at the Connection, a club that he and his friend Rich Jensen opened. And the Connection was, what was that? 100 and it doesn't matter. Anyway, it was 82nd Avenue in Portland. It was off 82nd Avenue and like Gleason, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And so I saw Rich Mullins there, which he's my ultimate
Jared?
favorite.
Wow.
What's up?
Also mine. Yeah.
Like
Jared has
Like-
entered the chat.
Yes. Right there with you.
I'm obsessed. I love him so much.
Did you get to smoke cigarettes with him?
No,
Oh, that's too
Okay.
bad.
no,
Yeah.
I know, because he probably would have smoked cigarettes too. I don't know, but possibly. And I remember because I was fangirling so much when I met him. I'm like, was that Amy Grant that like sang in your "Live Like You Die Tomorrow" song? And he goes, yeah. And I go, okay. Like I told you guys, I knew it was her.
Very Chris Farley
It was
with Paul McCartney kind of.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I saw Fodder, and I remember in my mind's eye, it was like, oh, I bet the guitar player and singer are married. I've always wanted to marry a guitar player. Wish I could marry a guitar player. I need to marry somebody I can be in a band with. This was through my head through all of my teenage years.
Plan of
once
action.
I started
Yeah.
in the scene, I'm like, I gotta find somebody. Okay, yeah, they're Christian, cool. Okay, now I just need them to play an instrument. Okay.
Sure, he's Christian, but can he play guitar?
He needs to be able to play guitar. So I can say, my boyfriend plays guitar.
Yeah.
Well, none of that ever happened. So I did marry a piano player, guitar player. I was obsessed with Christy's vocals. Like, oh my gosh. And then I'm like hearing the lyrics and I'm like, whoa, wow, okay, this is really powerful. And so after the show, I went and met her or whatever, you do. And whenever they would play, I'd be there. And one night I went to the Corral. They were supposed to be playing. And when I got there, it was a band called Permanent House Guest. And I found out that Craig Alvin was the bass player. And Sheridith was there. She goes, and I go, I thought Fodder was playing tonight, or it might have been the Clergy at that time. She goes, no, it's my boyfriend's band. You're going to love it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, we ended up being like best friends with these guys for years. I dated Roy Fisher Wrigley, the sound man.
Okay.
He's been popular in the sound scene.
Mm-hmm.
But he started off rough and he is flipping amazing. He's beyond that guy. But we hung out for a while. He called it hanging out. He dumped me on Valentine's Day at the show that I was throwing at Walnut Grove
Oh,
Church.
geez. That's not a great move.
It doesn't matter. It's so funny when I think about it now because it wasn't like we were even holding hands
But
or anything.
at
It
the
was just
time,
like, we're together.
Well,
yeah,
and
at
I
the
mean-
time it seemed so big.
Christian kids in the Christian scene, you don't have to hold hands to be like head over heels, right?
Right.
That's true.
You're like
That's true.
standing in proximity. You're like, oh my goodness, it's happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're married.
Yes. Are we getting
To be.
married?
That's right.
Yeah, so that was fun. That show that I did, my first show, back to that, in 92, the Valentine's Day one, I decided to have bottled water. I think it was bottled water. It might have been soda. I'm not sure that bottled water was a thing really then that much. And then I served chili. We had like 3 huge crock pots of chili.
With beans?
And with beans.
Mm.
And Craig said, if I find any of this on the floor, you're dead. Because Craig and Sherry at the time were the youth leaders at Walnut Grove Church. And so they were giving us basically this giant space to do it in. And
You had to take care of it.
yes. And so we checked everywhere. Everything's perfect. Couldn't believe it. Not a mess. The cleanup was great. Home by 3 a.m., whatever. And about 6 months later, Craig and Sherry were moving some furniture, and there was an entire bowl of chili up against the wall. It had slid down the wall and
geez.
hardened. And it was hard as a rock.
Oh, geez.
And he goes, I found some chili. Like, I don't know why I thought chili would be a good idea then. Now, after doing so many shows, it's like, why would you do some sort of soupy thing to eat?
But chili's
anyway, it
really
was my
good,
first
right?
show.
Right.
I mean, it's tasty.
It was
yeah.
good. It's tasty.
Chili's punk
Yeah.
rock.
But like I think about it as an adult and think, what a stupid thing.
And I think at that
Sure.
point, the statute of limitations, you're in the clear at that point, if they haven't found
yeah,
it. So.
and that's what he said. Yeah. But yeah, that was a fun memory doing that show. That was fun. And we had 250 people at that show. It was a big show for us. So really fun. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Do you guys know anything about the Losers Club?
So Losers Club is my friend Mark McCary was drumming with them, I believe, for a while.
Oh, that was later. Yes.
And
Yes.
I knew him because he was the drummer in Yum Yum Children at the time that I joined.
Right.
Yum Yum Children had a
Right.
pretty long roster. I think it was, I don't think anyone had the tenacity to hang on to music that weird as much as Leon did. And so
I
I'm sure
know.
it wasn't probably only that. It's also just like life situation, other opportunities, that sort of thing. But
Yeah. Yeah.
but at the time, Mark was playing drums at the church that I attended, and he was also
Okay.
drumming with Leon to do Yum Yum Children stuff. And so, yeah, I met him when we started
Okay.
playing together, and he taught me everything that I know about rhythm and bass. Basically, he taught me how to
Wow.
follow the kick, how to play with the drummer.
Yes.
It was an
Yeah.
education. He was real nice about it. So that's my connection to Losers Club. I
Nice.
know Losers Club was primarily two other guys, right?
Yes. And then I'm on the other end where I met Matt Krupp at the time. Now he goes by Wakefield, Matt Wakefield, and Eric Kegel. And they lived in the Gresham area. And this is when we were in Vancouver. And they were putting out, they had a cassette or whatever. And there was another venue called the Catacomb that was run by Blair Underwood. Nope, that's an actor. Is Blair Underwood an actor? Okay.
I was like, cool.
not Blair Underwood. I'm saying, is he saying elsewhere? Okay, that's not who I mean. Blair, his name's Blair. He was in a group with Dan Zimmerman. And Dan Zimmerman is the father of Matt Zimmerman,
Who was
played
in
bass
Twin Sister,
for
right?
Yes, and sometimes Sunday.
Yeah.
Um,
Who we lost a
super
couple
cool.
years ago.
Yeah, we lost
Yeah.
him a couple of years ago. It'll be 3 years in April.
Mhm.
And we were very close in the 90s. He had my husband at the time, we were dating, and he was going to Oklahoma because my husband's a meteorologist and worked for the National Weather Service for a while, but
Very nice.
he went down to Oklahoma to do schooling because that's where the tornadoes are.
Mhm.
And so he did that.
That's where they
and
keep
at the
them.
same time, yeah. And at the same time, his mom and dad, Matt's mom and dad, moved to Jersey to be close to, I believe, her mom. And so Matt was sad. I was sad. And so when he'd get off work about 1 a.m. at the airport, he worked there for coffee people. We'd meet at the Hotcake House on 10th and Powell and have hash browns, have coffee, plug the jukebox full of a few songs, and they were always the same songs, and just talk for hours. And then I'd go home and he'd go home. And it was like 5 nights a week. We did it for months.
It's a lot of hotcakes.
Just to have, yeah. And I never had the hotcakes. I always liked just the hash browns, but they make them different now, I guess. So it's not as good.
Yeah. I mean, it's another place. It's the 24-hour. It's the 24-hour place. I think Kevin, Pete. It's another place we could have gone if we were looking for breakfast at 3 a.m. or something.
I guess you just gotta come back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. You sure do.
Yeah,
You
there's
sure do.
lots. There's lots of little haunts. That's for sure. That's for sure. But yeah, that was a really neat time. So he and I were really close during the 90s, and when he got Sometimes Sunday, he couldn't believe it, and he had a tattoo of the S logo for Sometimes Sunday on his leg. And I remember, like, years later, he said, "That's one tattoo I never regret because it was like my big break. It was the big thing." And his dad is a phenomenal musician, such a neat guy. And we've been in contact a little bit, especially more lately, and just telling him things that I remember Matt told him about me, that kind of stuff. So kind of cool to remember stuff like that. But yeah, that was a hard loss for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Yeah. But he was another really talented musician. We had so many in our it was mostly Vancouver and some Portland scene. It's crazy to me. Like, I'm looking at the site and it's crazy how many people came out and you listen to, what is it? Never Snows on Christmas. That was the biggest, like, mishmashing of everybody's talents. And
is that the Christmas record that?
Yes.
Is it? Did you already put it up on the site, or is it getting a re-release?
It's on the site.
Okay.
It's on the site. And the site is Erin Brockway Collins .bandcamp.com.
Ah, thank
Sweet,
you. Okay.
thank you.
I think I gave a
Nice.
different address earlier. So this is the one to go to, folks.
Yes, myname.bandcamp.com. Now, the only reason it's my name is because Bradley took it and he was putting up 2 of my things just to have digitally.
Right.
The Naive I put out in 95, I think. And then Half Past Today I did with Matt Krupp of the Losers Club.
Mm-hmm.
And so he put those up. And then I said, oh, yeah, I have that Gifty recording. Oh, yeah, let's put that up. And then we just started, what else we got?
What
And
else
just
do we
putting
have?
stuff
Yeah,
up.
that's cool.
Yeah. And originally it was free, but Bandcamp doesn't allow that anymore. So you have to name your own price. Now, some of them will
Bandcamp got
say
sold,
like,
right? And that's probably why they're like anything
think
that's here
that's
has to
why.
pay its way a little bit. Yeah.
yeah. And so you can buy, it's name your own price, but there are a few things on here that when you pull it up, it'll say like albums, $7. And you're like, why does it say that? That's Bandcamp. That's not us.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So, but usually you can buy an album for $1. I think we get like 72 cents or something like that.
On the dollar.
Which
Not
goes
bad.
immediately. Yeah, not too bad, but it goes immediately to Bradley, who has upgraded his system. He lost everything 1 year, and so he had to upgrade. And just any money, like a few bucks, will go in there, and I just send it to him. Here's $5. Put this toward whatever. Perfect, So
Right.
that's where the money goes. We're not out having a good time with your money.
And what we like to do on this show
No.
is, Bandcamp does their Bandcamp Fridays, and we'll be happy to put out your stuff on that Bandcamp Friday because
Oh yeah.
it's a big one for the artists. So any of those Bandcamp Fridays, that's when I encourage people to get music and get their digital stuff.
Okay. I didn't know about it. See, I'm
Then
sure
Brad gets
Bradley
the
knows
whole
these
dollar.
things.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's right.
Hey,
Yes. Yeah. But it'd be great if we were rolling in the dough for some reason, but we only made a quarter of the music on here. So,
And I
then
think
if people
Kevin-
are like, I don't want
Yes.
that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Kevin, I think I've already directed you to the early Blenderhead there, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's another standout in the collection of all the different things available there. Is that
Yep.
before Blenderhead signed to Tooth and Nail?
I think
believe
it
so.
had. It probably was.
Because it's like an EP, I believe.
I'm gonna check.
Yeah.
Watch this. If my internet. Yep, there we go. Demo. Oh, this is another one that says $7.
There you go.
Let's see.
But it's worth it.
93. Yeah, this was before Tooth and Nail.
Okay. Yep.
It was the hypercore music was their thing. So, and I love Billy Power. He's such a cool guy.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah,
guy.
I was.
Yeah. And you guys got to see him last year, right?
Or
Or was it this year?
Furnace Fest, right? You guys, the pre-show?
was it 2 years ago?
Technically, now it's last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it was because it was the year that Brojosh
was 24.
went to Furnace Fest. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, it was 2
Yeah.
years
So
ago.
Spoken in Tongues, right, was the pre-show.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Because I
which
had
is
never
his project. So yeah.
Yeah, Blenderhead was one of those bands, like, it's one of my favorite bands, and I never got to see them live, being out here on the East Coast.
Mhm.
And finally getting to see, I got to meet him at that show, and he did a Blenderhead cover at the pre-show, which was really cool. So
Yep.
Yes. See, that's what we like. We like to just, I know you got all this new music, just throw in an old one once in a while and keep us really excited because you just get, you fan over that kind of stuff. It's so exciting. I don't know. The Clergy is one of those bands so Randy, their drummer, Randy Simonotti of the Clergy, I believe he's 70 now.
Is he?
Wow.
I guess that
I
would make
believe.
sense. Yeah.
Because I was thinking back and I remember, here's a fun little memory. Whatever year it was, I was at we called it the Clergy House, but it's Randy and Christie's home. And I came over for his 40th birthday. And because I did think about it, I was like, was he 50? No, that couldn't be right. So that was his 40th birthday. And I remember like, what an old man. You're so old man. And it's like, holy moly, it's been 30 years since
yeah.
that. So crazy. But they played they played X Fest 2 years ago. No, sorry, Fire Fest. Let me take it back.
Yeah.
The old X Fest. And when they played, it's funny for me as a fan because they've slowed down a little, but mostly Randy because, oh my gosh, how can you drum as fast as you did back on that first album in '89? You can't.
Yeah, for sure.
And Jim would start doing his bouncy thing, but he wasn't bouncing as quickly as usual. And afterwards, Leon's like, oh boy, I don't know why we do this. And I go, it's for us.
Yeah.
Like all of us were saying every word as she's singing. And when she'd forget words, we'd help her. Like we knew every musical change when the song stops.
Yeah.
Like you're not still going like this. You know when that song's over. And so it was just a group of us, like it felt like family. That festival is family for sure. Like everybody there is just, it's a great little festival. Really grassroots. And to go to that festival, you go online and say you're coming, and that's it.
And that's
they
it.
Just
it's
wanna
free,
make sure,
right?
Yeah, they want to make sure that everybody has food because they serve dinner, they serve lunches. Sometimes there's breakfast or things donated from the town. Like Stevenson has been amazing in just giving and giving and giving. But it's a really cool festival to bring your family to. Really kind of a family atmosphere. Well, I mean, the Good Enoughs have 9 kids, so
it's true. I think
it.
when I met them, they had 6, and I thought that was a lot.
Yeah, no, 6 seemed like a lot, but then it just got more. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And I love all those kids so much. So my little connection is I married the brother of Kevin Collins, who he's also the sister of Jennifer Goodenough. So Jennifer, Kevin, and Chris are all siblings. And then Jennifer married Leon. And this is a really good selling point about getting married into this family because every single person can sing or play an instrument. And every time we were together as a full family, it was once a year we'd go to Cannon Beach Conference Center. His mom did that for all of us. She paid for all the spouses and kids and everybody to go. And we'd get together in the afternoon on one of the days, and everybody had whatever instrument they had. And it was just a jam session. Cool. And it was one of my most favorite things we used to do. Now, most of his kids, well, not most of them, I think there's 3 of them now that are married. I think he has 3 kids married. I have 1 kid married. Like it's hard to get everybody together now,
Right.
So
right.
But that was such a great time with Kevin and Leon. Just yeah. So it's been kind of fun being in the scene and watching them like grow as artists. And I mean, Leon blessed me by being on my solo thing. He's just noodling. But that's what I wanted because I said, you need your Telecaster and I want you to noodle over this song. And so I think it's Extend Your Grace is one of the songs, and that's with Leon on there. So, but yeah,
I'm going to have to go and pull that one up and listen to it.
I love that one. That was actually written originally by Permanent House guest lead Eric Shriek and his friend Brian. They wrote the lyrics to it. And so I took it and ran with it. He goes, you did it better. And I said, I don't know if I did it better, but I love that song. So anyway, it's Extend Your Grace, if anybody wants to know.
Sweet.
Very good.
Yeah.
It sounds like, I mean, you mentioned the sense of family many times, but it seems like that's the sort of thing that probably would also be your recommendation for anybody who wants to cultivate music and bring people together in this day and age. It's probably similar, right?
Yeah.
You probably would be looking for similar situations and a similar sense of belonging and acceptance. What recommendations would you give to people who are working with live music and making live music happen today?
That's cool.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot. Well, one is be yourself, and the other one is just chill out a little bit. Not everything has to be a contest. Not everything has to be. It's all about just doing it and making the music happen and creating together. And I'm not even a kumbaya person, but when I look back at it, it was very kumbaya. A side note to that, I'm going to share something terrible I did at Tom
Let's
Festival.
go.
Here we go.
Okay. Because I just remembered. Okay, so every year at Tom Festival, there's a group of people. Please don't be mad, everybody.
Yep.
The hippies, they're the hippie ones, the hippies. And they'd all get together and everybody would bring their drum.
Sure.
And anything else they want to hit.
Is that music?
Yes, I know it's music unto the Lord.
It is.
It's music unto the
Making a
Lord.
joyful noise. Yep.
But let me tell you, working with Mikey, I was able to get more rigid about yes, no. It's not like, oh, maybe. Like I turned into a different person, not in a bad way, but just I became decisive and like, well, the hippies are at it again. He goes, oh my gosh. He goes, sometimes it goes so late at night. I go, I think there should be a cutoff maybe. And he goes, but then they're worshiping and then we're in trouble. Like you can't be like, cut off your worship to the Lord now. But they would be drumming and drumming and drumming and drumming. And one night it had to be 3 a.m. They'd finally quit.
Mm-hmm.
And me and 2 people, which I will not name them, but I haven't talked to them in years, but I'm not going to name them. We went and took my golf cart and grabbed this big thing that they had created that had a big garbage can lid on it or something. And it had things on it that people could hit. Like they had fashioned it together with rope and zip ties. I don't know, this big thing, and they would hit it and they'd play their
big hippie gong.
the drums.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
We loaded that thing onto my golf cart and dragged it through the campground until it was broken in pieces.
Yes. Yes. I like to call that a sacrifice. Yeah.
Yes.
And I have pictures of us afterward and laughing and just thought it was so funny. Oh, the hippies aren't going to have their gong. Like, oh, such a good one. And I couldn't believe, I was like, who am I that I pulled this? Like, there were probably a good 10 people in there that I'm real close to. But I was like, I just can't take it. I can't take it anymore. And I lost my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's no, you can't say all right. It wasn't nice.
It wasn't nice. We should
mean.
acknowledge that. Right.
Well, all right. It was great.
You shouldn't have broken the hippie gong. Right.
I say you should have service to the majority of the festival.
That was and the next day, like, I could see them looking around. I was driving my car like, what? I don't know what's going on. Like, we trashed that thing. It was in the dumpster. I was so just done because you couldn't. I mean, it's stupid. It's stupid because I think about it now and go, that's stupid. Let them go do their drums.
No.
But it was right in the walkway of like where everybody would. It was a thoroughfare.
3 a.m.
No better
You're not on
place
the
to gather
stage.
everyone because no one
You're
hates
not
a
on
drum
the
circle.
stage.
Yeah.
Right. Since they couldn't be on the stage, they had to play their drums. So yeah, get over by the lake,
What if you put them on stage? Then you could give them a time limit.
Well, there you go.
You give them
an
hour set. Here you go. Hit your drums. Let's go.
But then again, they do it with all worship. So it's all, then I'm just cutting
Let
off the Holy
Jesus
Spirit.
up. He's had enough.
And I'm the jerk.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the jerk. Yeah. But I got a lot of, I've been, I don't know. When I worked with Mikey, everybody loves Mikey or they hate Mikey.
Sure.
And he knows this about himself. I'm not telling anything
He's
new.
fairly transparent about that too.
Oh yeah. I mean, you say his name and it's a polarizing thing for people. And for me, it's like, oh, he means so much to me. He's been a dear friend, been through so much just in our lives. And we reconnect like now that he lives in Ventura, I don't know, every 6 months or so, but we throw a text here and there, but it's somebody in my life that when I think of him, it's like, oh, and I'll always have that for him. He's, very dear to me. But working with him was one of the best experiences of my life. And I loved every minute of it.
That's great. Did you get to go to TomCon?
I did not.
Okay.
The reason I didn't
Neither
is
did
because
I.
my dad was sick. Oh, you didn't get to go either.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So my dad was sick and then Bradley was going to go, but his dad was sick at the same time. And we're like, we can't do it. They're like, we got a room. You can go stay in our room. It's not a big deal. Like, I can't do it. And then like, I was looking at the travel. I'm like, it's in LA and then you have to go for an hour. like drive for an hour to the location. I'm like, why isn't the location right by LAX? Like, things like that go through my mind. Well, you have to be able to afford the location. That's the problem. So
that's quite true. Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I tried it every which way to make it work, and it just wasn't happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah.
So it goes.
happens.
I hope he does it again, and we'll see.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I hope so too.
Well, here's a question for you, because I met Ron Thomas when he became a school bus driver in Portland Public. We lost Ron a couple of years ago as well.
Yes.
But Ron was woven through that scene. He was the singer of Gecko Monks, first of all, which was his first band and Mikey's first band.
I was going to say, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Right. Yeah. But I think I don't know if I shared this with you, Erin. I had a video. I helped move some of his stuff after he passed, and we're helping his family kind of organize and that sort of thing. But there was a VHS tape with a full set by Gecko Monks, and I think it was at the Corral.
Wow!
I've put that up on YouTube. I think it's still there. I got to check, but I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. But yeah, no, that was. So do you have any memories of Ron?
I have a lot of memories of Ron. Most of them back when he was in the Gecko Monks. I actually talked to Kelly more than Ron. And
Kelly was the guitarist in the band.
Yeah, and we lost him too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So sad. But it was mostly Mikey and.
Mark Gilson, the drummer.
Mark, of course, Mark. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then later in the years on Facebook and stuff, Mark and Ron and I connected and would chat here and there. And then at one of my last birthday parties a couple years before he passed, he came and hung out with us while we did some karaoke and stuff. So that was fun. But that was the last time I got to hang out with him.
Oh,
other
I'm
than
glad you had the chance.
Yeah. So that was good. But yeah, he was a phenomenal person. Such a neat guy.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's
well,
neat.
and one of the funniest people, I think. That's what sticks out to me in my memories, is that like no one was ever as funny as Ron in as many ways as he was. He's a guy who he could simply state the plain truth with a little bit of embellishment, and you'd be on the floor. So,
absolutely, his one-liners,
right.
Things he'd come up with. I know Mark recently posted a whole bunch of little texts that they had back and forth. And that was hilarious. So,
yeah. And Ron applied to be a school bus driver where I was a school bus driver, and I was teaching him how to drive. And so he got to be my trainee, and we got to be, we got to spend every day together for, up to 8 hours or something as we were learning.
What year was that?
It was 2016, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where Ron and I met. And so, I always describe the job as, you get to be somebody's best friend for 2 weeks because you're spending all this time together. And Ron and I just happened to, at some point, I think the first day we went out to start training together, he had some cool music in his van. And I was like, who is this? And he was like, well, let me tell you a story about the Killing Field and the guy who went on to form Big Time Pop. And it was all this like super hyper local, hyper narrow, like the sort of stuff that I'm really into. And so I was like, this guy and I are going to get along just fine. I actually just found a copy of Big Time Pop on eBay, which that was the band that was playing in his car when I met him.
Oh, that's cool.
And I didn't think I'd ever find a copy just because it's not really out there. It was one of those artists that kind of fell between the cracks. But it was so good. And it was actually part of the reason that it stuck out to me is that it reminded me of Joey Belleville from the Echoing Green. Like it had a similar sound to it and similar vocal melodies. And it wasn't an electronica sort of thing. It wasn't techno or anything like that. But it reminded me of that. And I was like, I'd like to listen to more music that sounds like Joey Belleville. So yeah, that was our first connection. And just then from there, he and I stayed in contact over the years. So yeah.
Wow. What year Sparkle in Someone's Eye was that? I'm thinking you were in the band.
Yum Yum record. That was the year they went vowelless.
Was that? I know.
If you don't count Y's, it was YMYM is what the band name changed to.
Right. I remember
and that's why it's hard to find on streaming too. So if you're out looking for the record, you have to type in YMYM. Yeah, the Sparkle in Someone's Eye.
And was that like 2010, 2011?
I think it came out in '09, but that was what, 6 years after '03 when we tracked most of the stuff.
So that is so weird. How
Because it sat
did
for
I
a
not
while.
know you?
No, I
How
mean
did I not know you?
we were in similar orbits, right? It's like, yeah,
I mean, I mean, my flesh and
the
blood.
same
You're playing
orbits.
music with it. No,
I know
not
exactly.
really. No, it's just so weird. And I remember when that album came out, I was like, what the heck? Where did this come from? Like, because I didn't even know he was doing anything.
Yeah.
But I thought it was when I was living at the beach and maybe I didn't see anybody. And that's why I didn't know about it. But he sent us the album. I mean, I have it.
Yeah. And
Weird.
what was it? Was 2003, I think, or was it the spring of '02? I'm trying to remember when we were tracking stuff. But I think after that it sat for a long time. I know he had set the tracks down. John Weller lives in California, and so he did the keys on that record.
Right.
And so that was applied at some point. But then it just it kind of sat in, post-production purgatory for many years until it finally came out.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. And actually,
I was wondering that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that today. When was that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think the release of the album was basically would have been X Fest, which, formerly Tom Fest and now Fire Fest. It was the 2009 edition of that, I think, is when the record came out.
Wow.
And when I played with them. So that was probably the last time we all played together.
Wow. Was that the only show you played with them, or did you?
I played a
play
lot
other
of shows. So there were several, but the one that I think of the most fondly was when I think I'd kind of gotten, my feet under me. I really kind of understood the stuff. And Leon Goodenough, principal singer and songwriter and principal guitarer, I think is what it said in the lyric sheets.
Yes.
He was putting together a show at, what was it? No, Jennifer was organizing it at the Bossa Nova Ballroom. It was a benefit concert for some Haitian children, like an orphanage or something.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, "We're going to get all these bands together, and we're all going to, we're going to raise money. All the proceeds are going to go to this good cause." But it was a 21 plus venue, and at the time, I was like 19 or something, and so I knew I wasn't allowed to be there. But if you have a bass in your hands and you walk
Doesn't matter.
You're in the band. There it is.
That's
and so it was one of the first transgressive experiences of my musical career where I was in a place where I wasn't allowed to be.
Yes, Brock.
And I may have asked, but I'm not 21. What am I supposed to do? Just be cool. It's all right. Don't get in trouble. Don't talk to anybody.
No one will know. Yeah.
Stand over there.
Wow.
But yeah, that was an amazing show. That was a lot of fun. And that Bossa Nova Ballroom is a great place. It's just it's a neat little space. And so that was fun.
How do I wasn't even at that.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking that might've been one of the places where you and I would have been in the same place, but then I remember playing on the flatbed of a semi truck in a Lutheran church in Gresham, or a little pop-up coffee shop on St. John's Boulevard in Vancouver, a number of different places. I'd have to go back and reconstruct. I don't remember all the places we played, but I do remember we played.
You got to reconstruct.
Yeah.
You need to write a book, I think. Are you working on that?
Please, Brock.
Not yet.
I would read that book.
I'm in pre-production. Yeah.
Okay. Have you read this one?
Yes. Sects, Love, and Rock and Roll by Joel Hang Hartsey. That guy's incredible. I think I offered him an interview on the show, and we haven't had him on yet. But he was doing the circuit with that book a couple of years ago, and then he did another book called "Dancing About Architecture is a Reasonable Thing to Do."
Huh.
And it was another collection of writing, kind of just about the same stuff in that one. But the Sects, Love, and that's SECT, sects, as in religious sects. Sects, Love, Rock and Roll was really the book that I wanted to write about kind of what it means to appreciate music and what it means to be dialed into a scene. Kevin, Pete, Jared, have I told you guys about this book? I feel like we must have talked about it at some point.
Yeah.
You like it's come up? Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely fabulous book.
I was excited.
Yeah. So I think that may have been one of the reasons I haven't started something yet, is that he wrote the book that I wanted, and so it's out there. It's so good. He's really my book would be the same book with maybe my own musical experiences swapped out for his or something.
The Dittus Diaries would be a phenomenal.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like
TM,
that.
TM.
I
look forward to my royalties.
.com.
But Joel is great because he's I I feel like he really gets the whole thing, just like you were describing about music, and opportunities to see live music being an experience and a sense of community and kind of a sense of family. He
Right.
describes that really well in that book. And one of the things that he wrote about that almost nobody else knows about, I was shocked because it was the second book, the Dancing About Architecture is a Reasonable Thing to Do.
Okay.
He followed and wrote about this band called United State of Electronica from Seattle, and
Okay.
they were the opening act when I saw the Presidents of the United States of
Oh
America the
wow.
first time. It was one of their
I
President's Day
love
weekend
that.
shows, and it was the Presidents. An opening was United State of Electronica,
You got to
and they
see
were
the
this big
presidents.
like seven or
Man.
eight person dance rock band based out of Seattle. They were real fun. But
Wow.
Joel and I, because I think I probably badgered him online. I'm like, nobody knows about USC. You know about USC. That's incredible. And so we got to dialogue and correspond about that just a little bit. But he sent me a
Wow.
message about a month ago saying, hey, just so you know, USC is finally releasing their first record on vinyl. And so that arrived in the mail like yesterday. And
Oh my
what a wonderful day.
gosh.
So, yeah.
That's so great.
No,
I
but
love that.
big pitch. I think Joel Hanghartz, is still in some of the Facebook groups. I think he's gotten rid of some of his other socials. He's still got a website. He's still got books for sale. You should buy them and read them if
Oh,
you
good.
haven't. I recommend them. But yeah, that's one cool guy.
Did you go to the thing they had at that church in Portland?
I don't think so. Was there a live event?
Yeah, he came for the release of the book.
Did he? Okay, because he and I had talked about. He was asking me if I knew about any bands that might be willing to perform at an event, but I never heard about the actual event when it happened. So I guess I missed it.
Yeah, I think this is my memory again, but I think that I know Todd played
Did he? Okay.
and he played with I believe Danny Syme of Menomina.
Right, Danny.
Which,
Right. Because we were
and he
just
was
talking about him. Who was it with you guys or was it with somebody else? I was talking to somebody about Danny Syme recently.
Bead. We used to play with his band Bead.
Yeah, he's been involved in the Portland scene and area forever, and obviously famously a member of Menomina. But yeah, he was also on the credits, I think, for one of the first 5 O'Clock People records. So he was deep in the
Oh
scene
yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's a cool guy. He did all of our shirts back at the time because he had a shirt press and he was the only one of us who had one. And so we got all our shirts done.
I didn't know that, but it
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me. He's a
Yeah.
wonder kind.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, cool guy. But that was a neat event. It was another reunion, a little family reunion with everybody. So it was neat. He read some excerpts from the book and yeah, so that's another historian that I always want to write something, but I just haven't yet. I
Well,
keep starting and then stopping, but
If you start, I'll start.
okay. Well, I'm not very motivated. So
Perfect.
Neither am I.
And
Yeah.
we'll read both of your books.
I was gonna do up to TomCon. I kept coming up with these ideas to say this one time at TomFest and then tell a story.
There we go. That's like your only
And
prompt.
so I was gonna do that and like get people to do the same thing and like tell their stories and say this one time at TomFest. But I never did it. I had like 3 months of just hibernation recently for some reason, and now I'm doing great. But I took a few months off from doing anything. And so now I'm back at it. I got the guitar out and things like that. So hopefully I can write something because I'd like to write again. I haven't written anything in a very long time, but I enjoy it. The other thing I did was the Shoot Girls. And the Shoot Girls were me and Kristen Kessler, who's the lead vocalist in the company, the disco girl. And her and I had just this stupid 2-people comedy music. Every song was written about somebody we know. And they're all stupid songs. A couple of the songs we play with the guitar like flat on our lap and like do this weird plucking and thing. Like it was just throwing together songs. And we only recorded 2 of them and they're on the website. But we had about 10 songs and we played TomFest 2 years, 1 year in the Art Barn. And then we were such a hit that the next year we got to be on the outside stage.
Oh my goodness.
which
Was that the
really
main
fun.
stage?
Well, no,
Kind of.
I think the main stage is the inside one.
Okay. All right.
that's kind of it's the outside one, still a main stage, but
Gotcha.
not the art barn.
Right.
So that was fun.
Just step up.
Yeah. And we played also at the Spin Cycle grand opening. No, they probably not. He wouldn't put us there. Gifty played there at the grand opening. It might have been like the following weekend or something, but we played there too, and that was so much fun.
Okay.
So that was a blast.
Nice.
Playing with her. Yeah. I mean, I did a lot of like little nothing acoustic things. John Regal from Boy Eats Drum Machine, Super Chrome UK, the Barneys, which I love the Barneys record on the website. Really good. But him and I did a thing called Pretty Irene, which was, I think we had 4 songs. We opened one time at the Corral, whatever. It's pretty much LD and Cecile would call and say, Erin, do you have anything you could do? We need an opening band. Do you have anything? And I'd be like, hang on a minute. Hey, John, do you want to go play? Or hey, Matt, do you want to play? And so I often would just open for a band if they didn't have somebody, because I could just pull up some guitarist. That was kind of fun. The Dickens. Do you want to talk about the Dickens?
I sure do.
Okay, that was a fun time. The Dickens was a Mikey project, and this is do not be confused with the Dickens on Bronze Spondy. That came out later.
That's good to clarify, because I was going to say that's like the only thing I would know them from, right? Would be that compilation. So this is a different group.
Or Charles. Right.
The name was stolen. We're about to vindicate someone.
Mikey stole his own name, but originally in October 93, we got together, and it was Mikey and me and Matt Krupp and a guy named Kenny Daly, who was a drummer. And we practiced in Mikey's basement for about a week. And then we just did about 4 or 5 shows, recorded on a boombox, and that's all on the site too. The Dickens was a blast. He had seen Matt and I do a show at the Corral, and it was a stupid song. Matt is the most phenomenal acoustic guitarist, songwriter I know personally. He just phenomenal. And he would write these amazing songs. Well, he had this one that was like a blues, just a regular blues riff thing. And so I was singing, Take Me, Jesus, Take Me by the Hand, Lead Me Far Away to the Promised Land, because my life is sucking rocks and my head is spinning round. Anyway, just silly. They're all silly lyrics, the whole thing. And so he came into the Corral that night and he goes, do you guys want to be in a band with me? And I go, okay. So when?
Sure, why not?
Come on over tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, you bet. And so I was stoked to be able to be in a band with him. That was so much fun. And from my recollection, now you can interview all the guys and all the bands I've ever been in.
We're about to.
I'm not, we're about to, they're on the line.
Yes.
We got a surprise for you. Open the door, please. Who's about to join?
Jared's let them all in.
You imagine? I've always been like, I'd seen so many bands where the wives can be toxic sometimes. Not everybody. It's not like that. Don't judge me. But sometimes like the guys are really excited about this, but they got the toxic wife maybe, and then the band doesn't work out, or you have the singer in the band that's a chick, or someone's a chick and she's just in a bad mood. And
kind of the Yoko factor.
Yes. And I don't think I did. Except for one time. I don't think I was mean, disrespectful, like throw a fit, leave the room, diva. Like I was pretty even. And I'm very proud of that I wasn't, that people probably won't step away and say, oh yeah, I was in a band with her. So that makes me feel good.
That's good. And everybody gets a mulligan, but if you aim for like, let's be supportive, let's make things happen, let's have a good time.
Right.
You'll probably get that.
Yes. And I've had so much fun over the years.
Yeah.
So much fun. But I'm proud to say that I'm not a diva. Well, because there's so many better people.
Me too.
Like I can't, there's just so many better people, I was lucky to be I'm on Wobble, the Sapo album.
Oh yeah.
The song Sister. Todd had me on that, and it made me feel really good. It just
right,
always
Todd Fadal of Twin Sister and many other projects was also in Sapo. Yeah.
Yes, and he and I worked together for years. Oh, I got a fun story. Okay,
let's go.
Here we go.
Okay, May 20th, 1997. Picture it. I'm getting to work, and work is Mikey's garage, big office little area that we had in there. And the door is locked. I'm like, that's weird. I unlock it and go in, lights are out. I'm like, what the heck's going on? So the phone starts ringing and I answer it. And I'm like, Tom Fest. And he's like, all I hear is Todd's voice. And he said, I'm on Hartley. And I go, what? Where are you? I'm on Hartley. You need to come to Hartley. And I go, okay. He's on Hartley. And I'm like, that's the road he lives off of or whatever. So I drove over, pretty decent drive, drove over there, came around the corner, and I see his milk truck jammed in the front of a house because he drove this milk truck.
Yeah, interesting.
And I look, and there he is in the driveway with this big rag on his face and blood. And he's like, I hit a house.
You can't park there.
Evidently.
I'm like, what? He goes, I've been calling and calling. I said, well, I don't get there till 10, whatever. He's like, oh my gosh. He goes, I don't know if I should go to the hospital. And I was like, well, you look okay. I mean, probably fine. As an adult now, let's go to the hospital.
Turns out you need
Like, what am I
professional
thinking?
medical attention.
Oh my goodness.
You hit a house.
Did he ever? So he tried so hard to stop that truck. He took out all these tiny little sapling trees down the hill. It was like this kind of a hill.
Oh, man.
And from what I remember, he was going to get his brakes checked, but didn't have enough money yet to get that fixed.
Brake check accomplished.
So
We've all been there. Yep.
oh, yeah, it worked. The brakes, it finally stopped. I have a picture of him standing outside of the broken down truck that we took the next day after it was towed up to his house. But I told him, you're probably fine. Let's put some ice on it. It'll be fine or whatever. And then his friend Amy decides that, I think I'm going to take him to the ER. I'm like, okay, I think he's fine. His orbital bone was like broken in 3 places. Had he not ducked, he would have been dead. There was a big thing of wood that was just like right at the driver's seat.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
It was crazy. And I'm like, he goes, I can't get a hold of Mikey. I've been paging him. I don't know what's going on. And then I get a page from Mikey. When I'm there, I use somebody's house phone because, didn't have a cell phone then. And he's like, I'm at the hospital. And I go, why are you at the hospital? Josie's having the baby. So Josie, Mikey's wife at the time, gave birth to Veronica on the day that Todd hit that house with his face.
So we'll never forget what day it was.
No, I never forget. And every year I think of it. And in 2027, it's going to be like, this is 30 years.
30 years of driving into a house.
Time.
Right.
Yes.
There's another viable episode title.
Exactly. There's another one. 30 years of driving into a house. Yeah, we had a fundraiser for him because he really didn't have much income except for Tom Festival and the shows and stuff. But the income was we'd work for Mikey, and then at the end of Tom Fest, we'd get paid kind of thing. So, which was fine. And I had my rent paid every month, just made sure my rent was paid, and like $100 for food each month is all I needed.
That's all you need. 59, 79, 99.
Yeah, exactly.
Good old days.
Yeah. And I loved working for him. So, but yeah, that was a fun day in the life of Tom Festival people.
Oh my goodness. That's
the concert.
Incredible.
Concert was cool.
Mm-hmm.
We had the concert in Oregon City at
the concert.
I don't remember. A what?
Is that what you said? The concert?
It's the fundraiser for Todd.
Ah, gotcha.
So yeah. And so it was, we don't know what the money was really going to. And I look back now and go, why did we need money? I'm not sure.
If you say it's a fundraiser, people are more likely to give.
Yeah, and everybody loved Todd. So
because what
course,
you could also really say, I need money, and
exactly.
fewer people give you money when you say that. But if you say it's a fundraiser,
true.
It means the same thing, but you get more.
Yeah, it does. It's not as in your face. That's for sure.
There we go. Yeah.
Let's see.
Now, I was going to ask, Erin, did you, obviously Tom Fest, brought in a lot of the nationally touring bands. We've talked mostly about kind of the local Portland scene, but in terms of things that both Kevin and Jared and Pete, I said both, but I mean all three of them, bands that they would know. What were some of the ones that you enjoyed the most? Yes, the Royal Both.
Well, the ones I enjoyed the most, nobody really enjoys the most. I'm very different.
That's why I asked. Yep.
Oh, well, in terms of big bands, POD came.
Yeah. Payable on Death.
That was a mess, and I'm sure Mikey has told that story.
We didn't hear this story.
We have not heard the story, and I love POD.
And this is the hard thing is
Was
that
the font not big enough?
I don't remember all of it.
It's quite possible. Yeah, I was going to say, this is even better when they played
I mean, we can time this out. I just want to hear the story.
The hard thing was like the festival pass might have been $50 or something, right? For like 150 bands. Like it's nothing. But we had POD on the ticket and people wanted to just come for that. Well, we didn't have a day pass.
There's no a la carte system.
You just pay $50. You either go the whole time, part of the time, and I'd pay $50 for anything in this day and age, but it was too much for most punk rockers.
These days, you would pay $50 just to see POD.
Absolutely.
Or more.
Yeah, you would.
The hypothetical you, yes.
Exactly. I was like, I don't think I'd go see POD. No, I really think they're a great band. It's just not my thing that much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it though. In fact, I heard a band at Firefest this year, Deathbreaker.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And they were at
Anybody?
they were at that other festival we were at. So yes.
So sometimes something will just hit you the right way. And for some reason it hit me and I was like, oh, I'm really into this. Don't know what he's saying, but this is great. And I can't stand that kind of vocals normally.
Yep. Sure.
But
this was the right mixture.
Oh my goodness. Afterwards I was talking to the lead guy, whatever his name is, and he's here, you want a sticker? I'm like, really? And I went out to my car immediately and put it on my car. But it's my sister's car that I had borrowed and it was brand new. It was only a week old.
It was its first sticker.
It was the first sticker and it's still on there. And I told her, I can take it off if you want. I wanted to do it in front of the guy. Like, look at
amazing. Amazing.
Love your band. But yeah, it is still on there. And that's how I find the car in the parking lot. Deathbreaker. There it is.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
But yeah. Bands I liked at Tomfest. I loved, let me think, Halo Friendlies, Sixpence played 1 year.
And that was a real niche, right? Any of the like lady fronted bands. That's something that you didn't get as much of in the alternative scenes.
Yes. And that's what I always wanted to see. Like, oh, chick band, let's see how this goes.
Right.
Did Morellis ever play there or no?
I believe Morellis Force played there. Yeah. I had to type up those things at the time.
Sure.
Right.
Every band's name, space. I was the typer.
In the appropriate size font.
Yes. Oh yeah.
To show the proper respect to each band. Yeah.
But I wasn't allowed to do flyers because I got font happy.
Okay. Too many fonts?
Yeah. And I remember Todd's
sure.
like, you're too font happy.
It's like we need a more unified aesthetic.
Yes. And so Todd and Mikey just block letters. There it is, easy to read, black and white. And I'm like, well, I think this font with the fire would look kind of cool for this.
I understand.
No, Erin.
Yeah.
No, Erin.
I'm the font happy guy in this group. Yep.
Are you? I love messing with fonts. It's so stupid. I'm so into it. Oh, I miss that. I miss those days. Making flyers. That was fun.
I saw a picture today of someone who got a Helvetica tattoo. Like they just got Helvetica all the way
word
down
Helvetica?
the forearm.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I mean,
I use a lot of Helvetica.
At least it wasn't papyrus. We're good. Yeah.
Papyrus.
Good old papyrus. Speaking of lady-fronted bands, I just discovered Celestial Static. Do you remember them at all? Is that something you've heard of?
I don't recognize that name at all.
Okay, because I was looking at there was this documentary I was sharing with you guys, just pictures of the screen as I watched this documentary. It was mostly following like bands and people at Cornerstone, but I think they were like a Chicago.
What was the name of that one?
The documentary. Yes. Why should the devil have all the good music?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. It was pretty low production, cinema verite sort of documentary. But
I love that.
I had never heard of Celestial Static, and they had like a clip of one of their songs, a clip of them performing, and I was like, "This is a great song." So yeah, just found that they were produced by Steve Albini, apparently, which I didn't realize that, but yeah. But they were good. They were as good as any of the other ones that that come into there, the Chasing Furies of the world.
Yeah, Chasing Furies. There's one. Hoi Polloi.
Yeah.
Yep.
The other chick bands. There were a lot of chick bands for a while there. When Damien would play with Dana Jill, it's Flower Mouth. That was my favorite. Damien Gerardo and Dana Jill.
Amazing.
And I love her little voice. She has such a sweet voice. Today's music, I'm always hoping like, oh, good, they're putting it out. It's that same vocal technique. I call it a technique, but it's like this lazy, I can't even describe it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Almost every song that comes out,
Probably.
it's you try to sing it like you're a little bit Irish.
Big vowels, slow
like
consonants.
You were ruining.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Hit your head,
Everybody.
hit your head, they are fighting. Yeah, I see that. Yep.
No, that's a good song.
No, great song, but it shows that like vocal.
But that's the style,
that
right?
Style, yeah.
Yeah, it is kind
I
of
love
like
that
that.
song.
And
Yeah.
everybody.
It's less transferable than people would think.
Oh my goodness. It's so hard for me to hear acoustic. Like I'm going through, I don't know, TikTok or something. I'm listening to music and it's like, you guys all sound the same. You're using the same voice. You do not sound any different.
Yeah.
I lose my mind over that. I need to stop.
Go find yourself somewhere. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Figure out who you are, you guys. For goodness sake. Oh, sorry. I'm passionate about some things. It's weird.
It's not a bad thing.
Why you're here.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember I was talking about Blair Underwood and it's the wrong person?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I have it written down. Blair Stevenson.
Blair Stevenson.
Blair Stevenson and Ralph Lynch. Ralph Lynch was a guy who did some shows. He was from the California area and then he moved up here and I lived with him and his wife, and Eric Kegel was another roommate there from the Losers Club. But he started a thing in 93, I think, called the Catacomb. And so we did shows there. And that was the Losers Club first experience this was in Vancouver, but in the Portland, Vancouver area, playing a show. And we met them, Matt and Eric, and just fell in love with their music. And Matt and I went on to record a few things and the Fort Randall sessions. Brad tried to make it good, but it was all just rough tracks of recording that Leon and I think Craig was there for some of it too, because I think Craig sings on one of the tracks. And yeah.
But Craig wasn't producing that one.
No.
If he did, it would sound better. It would sound like Casey Musgraves.
It would sound just like that.
Because that's
like
isn't that his top billed customer now in
Yes.
terms of his production?
Yeah, that was his.
I know that he worked with her.
Grammy.
Yeah.
2 Grammys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that night I was watching the Grammys because I heard he was nominated, and I'm like, there's no way. No way. And right when they announced it and I see him walking on stage, I'm frantically texting Sheridith, who I'm sure she was like, my phone is blowing up.
She knows.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh. She was like, it's happening. Like,
did he wear the hat when he got the award?
I believe he did. And he had real nice, big, bushy hair at the time.
There you go. Yeah. Hat and hair is kind of his look these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to grow it while you can.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. That was, I mean, just so cool to see somebody from our little group that went for it and made it big.
Absolutely.
And they're not working at Starbucks, you know?
Yeah.
Not that working at Starbucks is wrong, but most of my friends back then, I mean, if you were in a band, you worked the most minimal shift you could anywhere. It didn't matter.
Sure. Yep. You make some scratch so you can go out and play.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And buy those cigarettes. You got to buy the cigarettes too.
$12.75 a pack.
That's right. Yeah, for 99 cents.
99 cents. In fact, they had them in baskets at the counter. Like nowadays, you know, you have to ask for them and they're way behind a thing.
Oh, like at the convenience store.
Yeah, you gotta unlock them
on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just sitting out the Circle K, the basket.
Yeah. I thought you meant at the venue, like, here, kids.
Sure, kids, it's okay.
Right.
It's okay, kids.
Do you want cigarettes? Sure, we all do.
Sure. Here's a free T-shirt.
Smoke it inside. Let's close the windows.
Exactly. We just have a basket outside the push for everybody. You guys, come on. We're all doing it. Yeah, that's funny. There's a picture floating around that was in one of the zines, which we all called Zine at first because I'm an English person and that word is Zine.
That's how it's spelled.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Z-I-N-E,
And so
Zine.
we said that forever and I'm like, wait, magazine. Hold on a minute. Anyway, so there were so
Was
many
it the
of
Pit or
these.
the Land song that tipped you off to it eventually?
No,
Okay.
no. I think it was just my own. Wait a minute, maybe that's not right.
Sure.
But most people didn't say the word. They just said, "Oh, I saw your magazine thing," and so it was Thief in the Night, and they did an interview on Mikey and sometimes Sunday, and there's a picture of Mikey and Maddie Zimmerman and Kevin Collins, and they all have a cigarette in their hand. Now Kevin doesn't smoke at all. And so to see him with that, it's just.
But you got to look cool,
it's
right?
So he's laughing his head off in the picture, and so is Matt, because it's like, here, Kevin, you need one too, because they always got interviewed. You guys smoke cigarettes? Yep. We don't get wasted though. We just smoke cigarettes.
You have another question for us? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What else? Yeah. I don't know. It's so weird to look at that now and go, why was that a thing? Why? I don't know. It was just what you did.
Well, it's funny because like these days, like your men's group is going to have like a whiskey tasting event or something, and it's like
Yes.
culturally things have morphed in a lot of for most people
Yes.
who are of faith.
Yes.
Like it's morphed in a lot of different directions. But yeah, that was a no back in the day.
Were you ever part of when Todd and his wife Angie would do beer and hymns?
No, but that sounds great.
Yeah, it was. I don't know how often he did it. Once a month, maybe. But it was upstairs at this church, the same place we had the book thing for Joel. They'd get somebody to donate or be there on tap, some kind of IPA or whatever, and he'd be at the piano and just sing hymn after hymn after hymn. And really cool.
IPAs are the beers that will get you to sing hymns. That's right. I think.
That could be. That could
you got to loosen up a little bit.
Yep. I mean, many hymns are all beer songs, so sure. Yeah.
It's true, right?
And
like it really goes together.
It's true. You just.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Swing your stein.
Just as
raise your glass.
I am without one plea.
Double time. We got to do that one double time.
Yeah, so but you also have to have like a host location that's cool with it, right? Like that's part of the thing is that like you can't do that. Even now, you can't do that everywhere, I'm sure.
Right. No. And I know so many churches would be like, no. But because, it can cause problems. Of course it can. But no, it was a really rich time.
Right. That's why you have bouncers.
Right. Yeah.
And black Sharpie markers. Yeah.
Exactly.
You can still go to heaven, but you can't have any more beer.
That's right. No more beer. You're just going to make it. Drink one more beer. Who knows?
Jesus paid it all except your tab. Yeah.
I love Jesus jokes like that. That's a good one.
I've never heard that one, Brock. That was great.
That was really good.
I'm writing that one down. Pete, write it down. Got it.
Apologize for me if you
No,
will.
I won't. That was a great joke.
Yeah, that was good. Notes. Got to take the notes.
Jared, have you ever been to a beer hymn sing? I feel like that seems like it's your kind of event.
I would go. I have not been to one. There's a brewery here.
Yeah.
They used to do it on like the first Sunday night of the month.
Oh, wow.
They would host it up in Durham.
Oh, wow.
And I always wanted to go, and it was just like, it's an hour away. It's just like just far enough to be like, it's Sunday night. Do I really?
Right.
But no, I like the concept a lot.
Yeah, really cool.
Also, Jared, does your church do a whiskey tasting for your men's group?
They would. Yeah, there's not an organized one.
They
but
would.
it would be fine.
They haven't done it, but they would.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Cigar tasting.
Or you have, and it's just not
right. They do a theology on tap thing.
It's unofficial.
They've done that for a few months, where it's like a topical thing on like the first Wednesday at a little shop near the church that has some beers on tap.
How cool is that? That's awesome.
Not Southern Baptist at this point. That's the key there.
Right. Husband grew up with Southern Baptist. Yeah. Said, why do we got to feel guilty every week? It's kind of weird. That's what I remember from my childhood is the pastor to get done and the altar call, and you go up and you bawl your head off every week. And I look at myself as a teen. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you flogging yourself? What about grace?
Why are you feeling bad at the Pizza Hut? Yep.
Exactly. It's like so stupid. Yeah, I think of like it was just every week. I just remember going up there crying, I'm gonna make it better.
Sure.
Smoke that cigarette on Monday.
Right. Well, it's a cycle of hoped improvement, right? Like you're working on potentially getting better, but the guilt doesn't help. Yeah.
No, the guilt's not good. They love to guilt you.
Yeah.
That's
My
for
pastor
sure.
always said guilt's good for about 30 seconds, and then you have to make a
Yeah.
choice about what you're going to do next.
That's true. Got to move on.
And from what I've learned, we only flog Molly. We only flog Molly.
That's true.
That's the only thing we're allowed to flog.
Only Molly. And
Only
you're Aaron,
flogging
so
her.
only Molly is flogged.
Can't flog me. That's true. I listened to Ronnie's podcast, and you guys talked about eggnog, and
That's
it
right,
saddened
yeah.
Did it not sadden your soul that Ronnie doesn't really like eggnog?
Yeah.
No one's perfect, you know?
It kind of ruined it for me. That's okay though.
Yeah. I'll never hear those synthesized notes the same.
I mean,
It'll be so
It-
A little
it-
less
it-
holiday cheer in those songs.
it actually encouraged me, and I'm very holiday spirit filled now because I don't like eggnog. But for the rest of you, I'm so sorry.
Oh, who needed the oat eggnog?
Oh,
That was me.
Jared.
Someone would-
Jared.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
just don't like eggnog. So yeah.
No, that's okay. You don't have
But
to like it.
I appreciate the holiday. I appreciate the holiday cheer too.
I just would expect him to. Yeah.
Brock, do we have a game?
Yeah, guys. I don't have a game. I didn't prepare anything in particular. I apologize for that. We could play 20 questions.
Okay, 20 questions. Hit me.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to come up with a band either that we've discussed or a band that we would know, and we're going to figure it out in 20 questions or less. I need to start making a tally over here. So
Wow.
I think
Oh
if
my
you're
gosh.
doing the actual 20 questions game, the most common starting is animal, vegetable, mineral.
Right.
But we're going to do, I guess that'll be 5 rounds of the 4 of us asking clarifying questions to see if we can get to it. So instead of animal, vegetable, mineral, I'll have to say, let's see, is it punk, metal, or rock? We'll try that.
Well, I got to pick one.
You do.
Wait, and this has to be somebody you guys know. What if you don't know that?
Someone we know
them.
or someone we've discussed tonight.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Know or discuss tonight. All right. And so Aaron will come up with the band, and we will ask clarifying questions about what band that is.
That's correct.
All right, thank you.
Okay, go ahead. Hit me. I'm ready.
Rock, take it.
All right. So is it metal, punk, or rock?
Rock.
All right. Next, Pete.
Is it Squad 5-0? Okay.
No.
All right. Next.
Everybody just guesses.
No,
Just
I thought I would get it right off that.
there you go.
All right. Jared.
Are there 4 people or less in the band?
Yes.
Okay. Kevin.
Were they on Tooth and Nail Records?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Shoot.
It's our first round. Here we go. Let's see. So they were on Tooth and Nail. Were they released in the 90s?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Pete.
Were they 3 members or less? Okay.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
it's
4 members.
4-member
All right.
band.
Great.
All right. Jared.
Did they have a male vocalist?
Yes.
I have to come up with a new question.
Okay. Kevin.
All right.
Does the band name start with an S?
Yes.
Crap.
Dang it, it's too easy.
Okay.
Not for me.
Did they make Tooth and Nail a lot of money?
I'm not sure about that.
I guess the better way to ask the question, are they either the Supertones or MXPX?
SXPX.
Yeah,
that was
Exactly.
my
You're right.
guess.
No, they didn't make them a lot of money. No.
Well, it's not MXPX because it's 4 members in the band.
That's right. Well, it depends on what era, right?
Right. But
That's
90s
true.
Now MXPX is a 4-piece,
but
right?
not in the 90s.
Not when they're magnified
Correct.
plaid.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, Pete.
Well, there goes my question about SXPX.
I'm sorry.
Let's see.
SXPX.
Pass.
Oh.
Interesting.
Ooh, interesting. An unspoken request for 20 questions.
Threw that wrinkle in.
Ooh.
Okay.
Boom.
Jared.
Was Mikey in the band?
Yes.
That doesn't really narrow it down, though.
Yeah.
You like how I hesitate like it's really a thing? You like my acting?
Mhm. It's good. It's good.
Yes.
Are there 2 words in the band's name?
There's actually 4 words in the band's name if you want to get technical.
Oh, okay. So could be 2, also could be 4. Okay.
I think we're close.
I'm trying to keep it mysterious.
We're close to our answer here now, I think.
I mean, I'm sure you all know it, so it doesn't really
Sure,
matter.
sure. Did the band once release an album on purple cassette?
Yes, they did.
All right.
How many
Yeah.
questions are we at yet?
We've done what? We're at 12, I
12?
think.
Okay.
That's it?
Right.
Oh,
So
that's
for the
it?
good of the bit, pass.
Good job. Keep acting confused,
Thank
you
you.
guys.
I have no idea what band has a purple cassette.
Barney. It's got to be Barney.
Right?
But the purple cassette had nothing to do with Tooth and Nail.
Uh,
That is also true. Yeah. That was
Prior.
bootstrapped, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that you know exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah,
We're
why
just
haven't you
pretending.
said the answer
We're
yet?
just pretending for the
No, I'm
listeners.
just passing because I like to pass.
Did
I like
they
it.
make it to the 2000s
I
Nowadays,
mean,
everybody does.
as people,
as a band?
As
No.
people.
as human beings, yes. No, I believe the last release was, oh my gosh, I can't remember the year now. But no, they did not make it into the well, except for the reunion show that they would do at like 2 a.m. at Tom Festival sometimes.
Oh, okay. So technically.
It happened twice where they did a reunion show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm so glad I've stumped you
We're
guys.
wait, I'm stumped.
Kevin.
Was the band formed in 1993?
Yes.
All right.
I mean, Brock, I'm gonna pass. So just
Wait, how many guesses are we at?
I think we got to 4 rounds, right? So we're at 16. We got 4 more guesses.
Okay.
And Pete's going to
I'm
give his
gonna
up.
pass.
So
I'm
we have
telling
3
you
more
right
guesses.
now.
Okay.
Brock, what was your question?
That
Sorry.
works.
Oh, right. Does the band feature Kevin Collins as well?
Oh, yes. Kevin
Okay.
Collins, yes.
All right.
Uh,
Guitarist Kevin Collins.
aforementioned.
Yes.
I am going to pass.
All right.
Okay.
Pass the piece.
Me too, because Kevin and Brock clearly know. Don't need.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Brock probably knew after the first question. So, you know.
What number are we up to?
I think your number, well, let's say you're number 19.
Okay.
19,
So
I was going to say.
So that means if I don't guess it, you have to get it. Otherwise, we lose, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, no.
no.
I hope you don't lose. What if you lose?
There's no losers in
It's
baseball.
going to be tragic.
Let me think.
Oh, my
What
goodness.
would be
We've already established not Squad 5-0.
right?
That's right. That's
Not
right.
Squad
You're,
5-0.
you're welcome, everybody.
Did a member of this band go on to have another band that was a play on the name of a beloved children's toy?
Oh.
I think the answer is yes.
That is a great question. Oh my gosh.
I still cannot put it together. I'm having trouble.
Tragedy Ann.
I'm like thinking of.
A play on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Yep. You're right. I think
Okay,
you're
I think
closer.
we've
you're gonna
almost
get
got it.
Okay. Okay.
Brock,
So let's see.
don't let us lose,
I'm going to
Brock.
take a wild leap into the air and see if I can make it. Aaron, is the band you're thinking
Yes.
of sometime Sunday?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We're saved.
Oh,
Wow,
did
the
it.
That was
20.
hard.
It took us
That
So
was
20
close.
hard.
Nail biter,
We
guys.
did it.
Right
We
up to
did
the
it.
end.
That was a
Yeah.
nail
I
biter.
mean, it had to be someone general. It can't be just a random.
No, you,
I mean,
you
you
threw us a
know,
bone with that, and I appreciate that.
We do.
I tried to.
Well, Aaron, thank you for joining us. It was good to have you. Is there anything you wanted to talk about that we haven't discussed already?
So one other thing, a claim to fame. The Stone Sometimes Sunday
Mhm.
album,
Mm-hmm.
all the lyrics and liner notes are all handwritten by
wow.
me.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
really?
Cool.
They're just a fun little fact. I probably have 4 or 5 different types of handwriting that I just do.
Yeah, fonts.
And Mikey one day he goes, I like that. Yeah, see, I'm font happy. You
Working
know?
with fonts.
And
I hear you.
so one day he's like, let me see your handwriting. And so I wrote it. He goes, do you think you could write all my lyrics and the liner notes and stuff in your handwriting? Sure. So I did. Also on that album, fun fact, Home, he records the song Home, and he and Kevin and my husband, we weren't dating at the time. They walked out from the recording studio through all this gravel, and you can hear it on the recording. They're walking and walking and walking. And then they sit down. Kevin tunes his guitar, and you can hear traffic passing by the recording studio, and they're recording the song Home. So just an acoustic version of it. My husband just held a boombox is what he did. And Mikey said, just keep it recording. We're going to walk back. So they start walking back, and you hear them kind of talking, and he's like, my mom will like it because it's mellow. And she goes, she doesn't like the hard stuff. Says thinks it has the devil in it. And you can hear my husband in these quiet voices. That's what my dad says. And it's just this little thing of my husband's voice. That's what my dad says. Yeah. So this is a fun little fact. Stone is my favorite album of theirs.
That's
Anyway.
great. I love that.
But yeah, just a little extra thing. But thanks so much for having me.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It was
a lot of fun.
It's been a pleasure for sure.
I mean, I hope we don't see each other for at least a few months because we wouldn't have anything to talk about.
Good time to recharge. Right, yeah.
So don't make it awkward.
I'll try that.
Well, if we want to bring Brad in at some point to talk about the archiving side of things and more of the history of the scene and whatnot, it could be fun.
Yeah.
So let's see what we can do.
Oh, I would love to have Bradley.
Yeah.
He's a wealth of knowledge. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And I hope your winter in the high desert treats you well.
Thank you. I love it. It's ice cold and clear, which is my favorite. So
Don't get chapped lips.
I try not to. I put on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do? It's good to meet you all.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Yes,
technically
thank you.
good to see you again, I think. But nice to spend some time chatting.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it again sometime. I
Yeah,
love
Look
it.
forward to it. Yeah, we'll compare notes on our books next time I see
Sounds good.
chapter 1 to be drafted already.
Okay, I'll work
I look
on
forward to
it.
reading it.
There we go.
I'll work.
That's right.
All right. You can read
Thank
it.
you. Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
I'll proofread. Brock, do you have an outro for us?
And that's the news from Lake Scabagon, where all of the albums are on purple colored cassette
As
tapes.
they should.
All of the albums have been archived and are available
good.
at the Corral at Spin Cycle on Bandcamp. And
Yes.
Erin's comprehensive knowledge of the scene is above average.
Yes. Onward, Pickle Soldiers.
Thank you.
Above average.
Perfect
Oh,
podcast.
thank you.
Yeah, nailed it.
Every time.
Yay.
We did it.
Thanks, you guys. So much
Thank you,
fun.
Aaron. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.